Sure, please.
Respected resource persons and academics from various regional centers and nodal officers and other staff members from various regional centers and dear students. Welcome to the second day of our pre-incubation workshop. Now let us start the program with the welcome address by Dr. Prasida Onnikrishnan, Deputy Director, RC Cochin. I welcome ma'am to deliver the welcome address. Thank you and over.
Thank you, Dr. Priya. Very warm welcome all dear participants. My sisters, the officers of all region centers, colleagues from the academic fraternity, resource persons, my budding entrepreneurs and innovators, and all dear friends. A warm welcome to the second week of this very important training program on the pre-incubation training program for inspiration and motivation for idea generation. And we have already been through a very fruitful day one of the session in which we have seen a very active participation from all of you, especially with the resource persons. For the day one of the session, Dr. Narayanan Kandala sir, Dr. Ajit Prabhu V, Dr. Shiha I, and you had interacted with a resource person on a various area of topics, especially on entrepreneurship and innovation as a career opportunity, on problem solving and IGNOU, and you also had a basic idea about AI and Industry 4.0. So, a very warm welcome to each one of you to the day two of this another very interesting and exciting session. I'm sure this day two will also be equally exciting, interactive, and interesting as was the day one of the session. So, first and foremost, let me welcome so today the session has the first session would be on basics of intellectual property rights by Dr. M. Rajesh, our Senior Regional Director, IGNOU Trivandrum. Sir, I formally welcome you to this session, please. Next, I would also like to welcome the Director NCID, Dr. Jyotsna Dixit, under whose leadership and guidance this workshop is being held, and she will be setting the tone for the discussions for the session. And next, we also have very interactive speeches, motivational speeches by our successful innovators, and they will be sharing their story to all of us. We have with us Shri Govinda Chandra Dash, RC Vishakhapatnam, who is an IGNOU alumni of RC Vishakhapatnam, and Miss Annie Vibha Joshi, who is also an IGNOU RC Trivandrum alumni, and he's a successful entrepreneur. I will. Next, I would also like to welcome all the nodal officers of the Innovation Club activity at various regional centers, especially Dr. Priya from RC Trivandrum, Dr. Kamila from RC Vadagara, Dr. E. Krishna Rao from RC Hyderabad, Dr. Y. Venkateshwarlu ARC from RC Hyderabad, and Dr. P. E. Sharad from RC Vijayawada. I warmly welcome each and every nodal officer to this session. In fact, Dr. E. Krishna Rao was the session coordinator on the first day, and he very efficiently and nicely handled the sessions for the first day. So for today's day two, the session coordinator is Dr. P. Sharad Chandra, who is Deputy Director of IGNOU Regional Center, RC Vijayawada. And I warmly welcome all our budding innovators and all dear participants, my dear students, to this session. I'm sure you all will have a very interactive and very informational insight in this session for the day two. So I warmly welcome Dr. P. Sharad Chandra, Deputy Director, IGNOU RC Vijayawada, to kindly introduce our resource person for the first session, Dr. M. Rajesh. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Prasida, ma'am. A very good morning to you all, and this is a very fresh and also happy morning that we are going to have good sessions today. And I would like to give a brief introduction about the resource person and also what happened at the first day of the workshop. And this really it was a very good day for all of us to get some information about the career opportunities and also uh, problem solving and ideation, AI industry, and many other things. And most of the participants were also very attentive and also actively participating in these sessions. So for today's session, we are going to start it. It's like I feel very much elated to introduce the resource person. The mind once stretched by a new idea, it returns to the original dimension. That's what the famous quote says. And Dr. Rajesh is a very distinguished academician, and I may not be justifying myself to introduce him because of his lot of wide experience in the area which he is going to deliver the lecture now. And I just want to give brief the his credentials and also how much experience he is and how many various areas that he has worked on. And I have made some points. Sir, Dr. Rajesh has allowed me to introduce and also explain to the all the participants. The first thing is he's the regional director, senior regional director, regional center, Trivandrum, and he was the founder of IGNOU Regional Center Mumbai, and also he was very much. I'm very much impressed about the CV that I have received from Priya Madam. Since he was socially is very much active and also he has more remarkable initiatives he has taken. It's very wonderful to hear, and also the participants are very fortunate to have such a great personality that he is going to share his knowledge to all of us. And the first one is that he has initiated the educational inclusion of transgender community. It's a very wonderful thing that he has started on. And also he has expanded computer literacy among masses. And he has initiated training programs for conventional and ODL teachers. And also he promoted social inclusion, marginalized sections for the tribal peoples, communities, and also jail inmates. And he has also more experience doing research and also guiding people, even at the doctorate level. And he served as the board of studies and in many different boards is the member, and CIQA, Academic Council of various institutions, like just one or two I can name, Calicut University or Sri Narayana Parent Guru University, and many other organizations too. And also currently he is the coordinator for a MOOC on environmental sustainability. And Dr. Rajesh is a distinguished academician and also a dynamic administrator at the same time, who has made remarkable contributions to the open and ODL distance learning. Through his leadership and vision, he has inspired innovation and academic excellence and also learning empowerment across IGNOU regional networks. And now he is going to enlighten us on the highly relevant topic, especially for this workshop. The topic is basics of intellectual property rights, and which has the previous day, the first day has the topics, and it has the connection with this for the today's lecture too. So, in an age of creativity and innovation, we need to understand the intellectual property rights. This is the most important thing for a person who is going to start an entrepreneurship or any other innovative thinking. So it reminds us a statement like the value of an idea lies in using of it. So the value of idea is there, and also how we need to use it. That is also more important. So these things are very much important, and the topic is very much relevant and very much important for all the people who is going to have new innovation and new ideas at the same time. So the Dr. Rajesh session, I hope And I strongly believe it helps us to understand how ideas, inventions, and innovations can be protected, nurtured, and transformed into a meaningful contribution to the society. So let us all warmly welcome Dr. M. Rajesh and look forward to his insightful presentation that will surely enrich our understanding, and also he can inspire us to innovate responsibly. Over to you, Dr. Rajesh, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Sharichandra. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And thank you so much for that very nice and effusive introduction that you have given. I am not sure whether I deserve such high level of praise. From my inside, I feel that you have been very effusive in giving me that much of praise. Thank you anyway for that wonderful introduction that you have given me. Thank you, Dr. Prasida, for starting off the session, and Dr. Priya and other colleagues who are very much in the background to help run this program. Running a two-day program of this magnitude is no child's play. And I should definitely congratulate Dr. Dr. Priya and other nodal officers for having worked so very well to make this program a grand success, which all of our participants would definitely agree. And I also thank all the participants for having joined in for this session. Now, let me start off with a small, it is a bit of a long presentation. I hope all of you will bear me with that, because intellectual property rights has so many different areas that it is not always possible to compress it into a very short presentation. So definitely it is a long presentation, but given the time frame that we are confronting with, I'll try to make it as concise as possible. So all of you are able to see this picture?
Yes.
Yes, sir, we could.
Yes, sir. So this is a picture from, this is a caricature of a fighter jet from World War II. Now, you can see that these red spots, they in fact indicate that whenever these fighter jets went on attack, these were in fact British jets, whenever they went into attack into the German territory, they sustained bullet stains on all these parts that are marked as red with bullets. So this was a problem in World War II. So they felt that every time when a jet went into these areas, whichever fighter jet came back, they sustained bullet stains on all these parts which are indicated in red here with a hole. So they were very concerned about this. So what they thought was that there should be some way in which the durability of these fighter jets should be enhanced. So they called a very eminent statistician come military expert at that time and asked for his opinion. All the generals of the British Army were under the impression that they should in fact be giving additional protection to those areas where bullet marks have been indicated. So what do you think, where this protection should be given on this fighter aircraft? If you have to give additional protection onto this fighter aircraft, where would you prefer it to be given?
On the wings, sir?
Where? There are different parts. The blue part is there, the black part is there, the red part is there where bullet injuries have been sustained. So where would you like the additional protection to be there? So you are mentioning on the wings. Okay.
Yes.
Any other view?
Actually, we need to give additional protection for the place where this what do we say, energy petrol, white petrol is.
Okay, that's a good suggestion. Then third, any other suggestion? Any other suggestion?
Protection should be given to where no bullets are hit, basically.
Excellent. That is the answer I was looking for. Why? What is the reason?
Even I exactly cannot figure out.
But your reasoning, your thought process is excellent. Do you know why? Because when these aircrafts went into enemy territory and they sustained these bullet marks, in spite of these bullet marks, they were able to make it back to their territory, isn't it? Which means none of the aircrafts which sustained injury onto the blue part, or where there were no injury marks or there were no bullet marks, they did not make it back. What does that mean? It means that all of those aircrafts in fact crashed in German territory. So the statistician was of the opinion that you should in fact protect those areas where there is no bullet mark. So that is why I'm telling you this, is that intellectual property is all about creations of the mind. Whatever you think in your mind is an intellectual property of yours. Here also, the solution that came out for this particular problem is an intellectual property. So creativity is at the core of all intellectual property. That is point number one. So what is intellectual property per se? Anyone?
Patents.
Yeah, these are all basic creations of the human mind. These can be inventions, literary or artistic work, designs, symbols, so on and so forth. Anything that is the product of your mind can be labeled as intellectual property. Now in India,
Logo also comes under intellectual property. Sir. Logo.
Yeah, logo, all those we will come to. Definitely, that is also a creation of your mind, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Now, in India, the Controller General of Patents, Designs and Trademarks, they are responsible for administering all treaties and laws with regard to intellectual property. So they are in charge of the intellectual property system per se. Now, why do we need something such as a protection for intellectual property? One, why would you expend your thought process? Why would you think seriously on something where there is no reward? Isn't it?
Yes.
If IGNOU tomorrow says that they will not be paying us a single penny, but you have to come and work, how many of us will come and work? Very few.
Even though we work for the commitment,
yeah. Yes, you are absolutely right. Even if you are you have a certain commitment, then also you have to survive. Then only you can fulfill those commitment, isn't it? So you have to be rewarded for your work. Second thing is that only if intellectual property is protected, it will encourage new technology. People will invest their time, money, etc. into research only if their intellectual property is rewarded. Then there will be increased competition. And more importantly, there will be market differentiation. Everyone will try to improve their product so that their product is better than what is available in the market. So there are several types of intellectual properties. One is patents, which basically deals with inventions. And they give a 20-year protection for that. We will all come to that. Then copyright, where literary, artistic, musical work is protected, where the protection internationally is life of the author plus 50 years, whereas in India it is life of the author plus 60 years. Of course, there is a different system introduced for cinematographic and sound recordings, where the protection is 60 years from the date of publication. Here, you should mark that difference very clearly. In the case of books and artistic works and all that, the protection is for the life of the author plus 60 years. But in the case of cinematographic films and sound recordings, it's 60 years from the date of publication. When that particular aspect is published, from then the 60 years period. Then you have trademarks, as our friend was just mentioning, where you have distinctive signs, symbols, etc. And there the protection is 10 years from the date of application internationally, and almost here also. Of course, it can be renewed once the 10 years is over. Then industrial design. This deals basically with the visual representation. Here, the protection is for 15 to 20 years internationally, and in India, 10 years initially and 10 years 5 years after renewal. Then geographical indication deals with the product quality and product origin. And there also the protection is 10 years from the date of filing and 10 years subsequent to that. Then trade secrets, here all confidential business information is sustained. And this particular aspect is very, very important, because if you look at it, trade secrets are the most important kind of intellectual property that's being protected today. But I will explain in a brief file why the protection of trade secrets is different from the protection of other IPR. So we will all come to that in great detail. Now, there are several international organizations for the protection of IPR. One is the World Intellectual Property Organization, where it services, it gives information, it cooperates, it in fact scans through many of the applications in certain cases, and it also administers 26 international treaties. Similarly, you have the World Trade Organization, which administers the TRIPS, or the trade-related intellectual property rights. Then you have the Berne Convention, which is a very old one for the protection of literary and artistic work. It dates back to 1886. Then the Paris Convention is there for industrial property. And similarly, there are certain other semi-governmental, private, and collective organizations as well. Now, patent protection in India is basically governed by the Patent Act of 1970. It used to be governed by that, but it has been amended since then after the emergence of the WTO and TRIPS. And later on, patent rules of 2003 have come into play. Now, if you look at it, the Office of the Controller General of Patents, Designs and Trademarks, this is very important for those who wish to apply for patents. Their offices, IPO branches, are located in Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, Calcutta. So any of these branches can be approached for any of the services related to patent. Now, how do you actually patent a particular invention of yours? For patenting any invention, there should be novelty. That is, the aspect that you are proposing for patenting should be new. Old things will not be patented. Please remember, there should be novelty from the existing level of scientific advancement. Second is inventive step. There should be a clear inventive step involved. For example, you cannot just go and claim patent for a discovery. There are so many discoveries, isn't it? Planets were discovered, or in fact, the heat from the sun. It is a fact that sun emits heat. So that is a kind of discovery, but you cannot go and just patent that kind of a discovery. Then there has to be an industrial application also. Novelty and inventive step by itself are not enough. This should be capable of commercial application or industrial application. Then only the patent emerges. However, there are certain exclusions also to patents, as I was just mentioning. Under section 3 and 4, discoveries, computer algorithms per se, methods of treatment, plant, animals, and atomic energy, all these are excluded. However, you should remember one thing. Suppose there is a certain bacteria, and you make invention, you make certain improvement upon that bacteria. There was once a case, very interesting case, in fact. What happened was that an Indian scientist who was working in, say, US, he, in fact, discovered a kind of bacteria which eats into oil spills. Now, it went to the court. He claimed a patent for that. Initially, the patent was rejected on the ground that you cannot just go and patent living beings, plants, animals, bacteria, etc., just like that. But the court decided that he had, in fact, put in his effort. There was novelty in his action. The new bacteria which he had invented could eat oil spills, which was never existing before that. There was an inventive step. He had invented that particular being, and there was industrial application. Obviously, throughout the world, there are lots and lots of oil spills going around. So there is application that you can commercially put this particular bacteria into action and get reward out of that. So all these criteria have been fulfilled in this case. So the court finally decided that for the improved aspect, there was an initially existing bacteria Upon that, what improvement has been given, that improved section qualified actually for patent protection. So for that part, patent was actually given. Similarly, for computer-related inventions, these are examined under 3K. However, algorithms per se are not patentable. We'll see that, of course, some of them can in fact be put under copyright, and copyright protection can be here. So historically, in India, we had something called the process patent. Now, there is a difference between process and product patent. What is the basic difference? In product patent, the product itself is protected. For example, a new drug molecule, the final product is protected. So, whichever way, whichever manner you prepare it, the process of production is irrelevant there. The only final product is relevant. So, if by a different method you produce the same product, still the patent is given to the first person who in fact introduced that into the patent office.
At the time of getting patent, we need to apply for both the process and the product, right, sir?
Yeah, in fact, once the product patent is offered to you, process becomes irrelevant. Because there are certain cases in which process is relevant. But once the product itself is protected, no one can bring a like product and claim protection for that. Of course, there are generic products which comes under a different category. That we will deal with later.
In medical industry, we will see.
Yeah, generic products are there. That is a different issue. That I will come to a bit later. Whereas in the case of in the 1970 that Patent Act, what we actually had for pharmaceuticals was process patent. Now the difference is that in the case of process patent, the final product could be say X. If you change the process in which X is produced, you will get a patent. If there are 4 processes, A, B, C, and D to get X, I will produce by A, B, C, and D. Whereas another person will produce by E, F, G, H. And he arrives at the same product X. Both will get patent because the process was different. Now, TRIPS agreement clearly has its rules in favor of product patent. Therefore, India had to introduce product patents as well. Now, the case of generic drugs is a bit different. Why? Because these are basically drugs which normally are those where the patent protection has already ended for the primary product. So, after 20 years, say, the patent protection has ended. In that case, what happens is that the product is still useful. For example, a crocin tablet, it will still cure your headache, but the original patent has already ended. So, what will happen is that it is now free for anyone to manufacture. The person or the company will take that particular product and produce it using whatever method it wants to. So that's how generic medicines come into play. So that's why India is the hub of generic medicines. Because we have, one, adopted the process patent, and secondly, these are mostly products at the end of their protection cycle. So I hope this difference is very clear between process and product patent, because whenever you go for filing these patents, you should be very clear what kind of a patent you are going in for, whether you are going in for a process patent or a product patent. Okay, there are certain exceptions to the patenting process. One is the Bolar exceptions. Now, what do we mean by Bolar exceptions? There may be cases in which a particular patented invention is useful for research. For example, a particular patenting process may be very, very useful for research. And just because it's a patented product or a process, you cannot be exempted from using that for research purposes. So the Bolar exception gives exceptions for use of patented products for persons to use, sell, or in fact use that particular patented resource for research and development purpose. And then the only requirement is that once that research is over, you have to submit that data to the regulatory authorities. Now, this provision is covered under Section 107A of the Indian Patent Act 1970. Similarly, you have other exceptions also. For example, in foreign vessels, aircrafts, etc., certain patented products can be used without permission. Once a patent holder has in fact sold the product, their rights are exhausted. This is very, very important. You should remember this thing. Once you may have a patent, but if you have actually sold that patent to someone else, your rights are over. You cannot claim anything over that original patent. Then after that, parallel imports and other resale, etc., can take place without your permission. Now, there is also a concept of compulsory licensing. What is it? In certain cases, some people may not act upon their patent. They may hold a very precious patent, but they may not use it. It may be very useful for the public, but they may not actually use it and they may just hold it for themselves. So in that case, the government or the patent holder where the patent has not been worked upon can be utilized for public advantage. Similarly, if there is a public health crisis, for example, the COVID crisis or the AIDS crisis, then government can, and if there's a medicine which has been produced and it is very useful for curing these things, then the government can compulsorily license that and give it to a third party for production without the primary approval of the person who has, in fact, sought a patent for this. Then if the patent holder actually goes for anti-competitive practices, that is, he is using the patent in such a manner that others cannot compete in the market. That is, he is the sole holder of that patent. He is charging exorbitant prices. He is preventing others from researching upon any of the aspects. Then the government can step in and ask them to that patent to be released. Now, there are, of course, various steps involved in the filing of patents. One is invention disclosure. That is, the first step that you should adopt is that you should check whether your patent has a prior art. What does that mean? It means that you should check whether this patent or something similar to your work is already been worked upon by someone else. Someone else has already patented a similar thing or not. So that is the first part. And once you are clear that no such thing exists, then you can conduct a search on this, on its non-obviousness. Then you can draft an application. Then you can submit various applications such as Form 1, that is an application for patent. Form 2, which contains the specifications of the patent. Form 3, statement and undertaking, declaration, so on and so forth. And you have to file this at the Indian Patent Office. Either physically, you can take all these documents to the Indian Patent Office, or you can file it online. And from the date of filing, your priority date is established. So that's why people always go in for patent filing at the earliest. Now, in the previous session, I think it was during Dr. Ajit Prabhu's session that one of the participants had raised the issue of provisional patenting, isn't it? So what is provisional patenting? Suppose you have a particular invention. Now, this invention is not complete. You are still working on it, but you fear that someone else may file the patent for a similar thing before you. So what do? You apply for provisional patent. You are still working on it, but some part of the patent is already okay. So you go and file that part. And then what happens is that you get 12 months time. And within that 12 months, you can file the final report and get patent for yourself. But the advantage is that your patent will be valid from the date of your filing. No one else can in between come and file for your patent. So that's the advantage. And another advantage is that in between, if you find that the second part of your invention is can have a separate kind of a patent, then you can apply for a second provisional patent also. So all that advantage is given by a provisional patent. So I sincerely advise all those innovators who have some part of their invention clear to go and file this provisional patent. Then you have 12 months to work upon it and file the final patent as such. Then comes the examination part. Now, examination first starts with the publication. The application is published 18 months after the first priority date. One can, of course, one can request for early publication also by filing Form 9. And you can file Form 18 to request the application to be examined. It's not just enough that you file the patent application, but you should also file Form 18 to request that the application is examined. Once that is done, the board will examine it, and if there are objections, you must respond to those objections within the stipulated time period, which is usually 6 months. If the objections are received, they will go ahead and give you the patent. Now, let us, this is the end of part 1 of my presentation. So let's see how much you have understood. Okay, everyone ready? Or am I the only one listening?
Yes, sir, ready.
You're all ready.
Ready.
Okay. Kindly go through this question. A startup develops a novel machine learning model that improves fraud detection accuracy by 12%. They publish a preprint detailing the architecture and training data. 6 months later, after this revelation, they apply for patent. What is the risk in this? This can happen to anyone. That's why I put this question.
Sir, can you explain the question once again?
The thing is, a certain person or a group of persons, they invent something. Here in this case, it is a machine learning model. Okay. And the advantage of this is that they have found that this machine learning model can actually reduce frauds by 12% by detecting them early. However, what they do is that immediately after finding this out, they give a preprint. That is, for example, they publish an article on this.
That is the problem.
Containing certain parts of this. And so after 6 months only, they file for patent. So what is the risk?
So duplication will get no, sir, because by using this data, others may implement the. Exactly. You should never do this. Yes.
If you find that there is something novel that you have found out, then go in and file for a provisional patent at least. Yes. Then only you should go for final publication or anything of that sort. You are excellent. That is the point.
Sir, one thing, sir. Actually, that relates to our program also.
Yeah.
Recently, I have seen in the articles like for these kind of incubation, not our incubation. IGNOU is the renowned organization, but some private organizations are conducting the incubation programs. In the programs, what they are doing is they are getting the idea from the people.
Okay.
And later on, what they are saying is they are not responding at all to the contestants.
Exactly.
And when they, after some years or some 1 or 2 years, their idea is getting implemented as a product or service.
Yeah, by someone else.
Yes, sir. Yes.
What you have raised is a very important point.
Outside.
What you have said is absolutely correct, 100% correct. I fully agree with that. Only going for such conducts which are conducted by reputed institutions, preferably government institutions.
Correct.
Okay. Now, second question. A startup publicly posts its app algorithm on its blog. Then it files an Indian patent after 3 months, claiming a computer program per se implementing the algorithm on a generic server. What is the obstacle in this? Can they do it? You should look at the terms very clearly. They are claiming that a computer program per se is a novel invention and that needs to be given a patent. Is it possible? I'm talking about patent, not other protection. Under 3K, it's not possible. As simple as that. That's why when we initially talked about this patent, we mentioned that computer program per se is not patentable. So under section 3K, mathematical models, business methods, computer programs, algorithms are all exempted.
Sir, what about the music themes, sir?
Music
Because
we will come to. We will come to.
recently, Maestro Ilayaraja is
Yeah.
keep on
We will,
doing this kind of.
we will come to that.
Yes.
We will come to that. We are now dealing with patents.
Yeah.
That will come under copyrights and related rights.
Oh, copyright, that is different.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
different.
Thank you.
Okay, the third one. An inventor found that an invention was disclosed in a journal without his consent. That is, someone else has done it. He has leaked it. He learns of it and promptly files for a patent in India within weeks. Will the novelty be lost? Someone takes his work, maybe his assistant or so, and publishes it in a journal. In that case, will his novelty be lost?
Yes, sir. A is correct. Yes, any publication before filing destroys novelty in India.
No. Answer is B. Because India is a very different kind of country. There, these things can easily happen. So, some exception has been given under the patent rules, taking into consideration the local conditions of India. India recognizes anticipation exceptions, where publication obtained without the word without the author's consent. If it is revealed with the author's consent, yes, what you say is right. Even if the novelty is lost, no one can do anything. But since it is without the owner's right, it will still be considered as novel, taking the date of publication of the article into consideration. Okay, so that exception is there. If someone does that without your consent, then yes, you can file for an objection. Now, let's begin the next section. This is what we are talking about just now. That is copyrights. These are granted to the creators of original works, giving them exclusive right over distribution, reproduction, adaptation of those works. These include literary work, books, article, poems, etc., dramatic works, drama, script, choreography, so on and so forth, musical work, composition, melodies, etc. Then artistic work, painting, drawings, photographs, etc. Even the photograph that you take while going on tours and other things, those are also protected. Then cinematographic work, films, documentaries, narratives, etc. Sound recordings, audio recording, music, etc. Then software and databases. See, here computer programs are protected. Computer programs are not protected under patent, they are protected under copyright. So computer programs, digital work, compilations, databases are all protected under copyright, not under patent. You should be very clear about that.
Sir, what is the main difference between copyright and the patents, sir?
Patent means it is, I told you, 3 steps are involved. The original 3 steps.
Yes.
Or it should be something tangible. It can be a product, it can be a process, anything of that sort. Here, it is basically artistic work which is being protected. You see the difference here? All these which are here are artistic work, written work, or dramatic work. These are all coming out of your artistic value. You understand the difference?
Got it.
There it is original research work as such. Scientific, pure scientific research. Here it is artistic. If you write an article in a paper, that is protected under copyright, not under patent. You got the difference? Yeah.
Yes,
So,
yes.
the basic, something that you should be very clear about is that copyrights are a bundle of rights. A single artistic expression can have a number of rights with this. I will give you an example. You were talking about Ilayaraja's music, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
Ilayaraja had produced, he's a great musician, no doubt about that. But do you think he alone would have been able to produce his work?
No. With his orchestra team.
His orchestra team is there. Someone has put money into that work. Producer is there. Then art director is there. It must be a part of some film. So the film director has put in his ideas.
That also consideration, sir, because he is giving music to the particular producer who invests amount money.
Exactly. So many people are involved in a single artistic work. Even if you publish a single paper, for example, your article is published in a certain magazine or a journal. There also, the entire copyright is not yours. You don't own the journal, isn't it? You have given it to someone who has in fact conducted peer review upon it and that person is actually publishing it. So it is his effort. In fact, more than the author, the person who published it has put in an effort. So his right is also there. That's why you transfer your copyright to the publisher in certain cases. Of course, you have certain rights, but some of the rights you actually transfer to the publisher itself. So that is very important. So copyright is not a single right. If you take, for example, a film or a cinema, any film you take, it involves a combination of work by so many people. There are music producers, music directors, there are script writers, there are technicians involved, choreographers are involved, so many people are involved. Each one of them has a right to that part which he has produced. However, there will be an automatic agreement between the producer and all these people that finally all these rights have been transferred to them, except certain rights. For example, the moral right, you cannot transfer the moral right. Whichever film it is, you have to mention that this person has actually given music to that. That is the moral right, to claim that work as my own. If I have given music to a certain part of the film, then that music is mine, whatever happens. The claim will always be mine, even though the producer will be in his right to sell the entire film to someone else. Yes. He can sell it to OTT, but I still own the right for that particular piece of music which I have produced. So copyrights are always a bundle of rights. Each copyrighted work will have several sub-copyrights involved in that. Got my point?
Yes. Okay. Sir, 1 second, sir. In drone industry, while we are working in the R&D department for a particular organization, and there we have invented something new kind of propeller or something motor.
Yes.
So we are not the authorized person to get the patent rights, sir. Only organization.
Yeah, see, it depends on the agreement between you and the organization. What is the initial agreement? Whatever you produce, will it be with you or with the organization? There must be some initial agreement, no?
Yes.
It is based on that. The terms of that agreement will be valid. If you produce privately, entire thing is yours.
Correct.
But since the organization is putting in money,
yes,
definitely they have the final rights on that entire product. However, a sub-process which has been produced by you, which may not be relevant to the drone. Maybe there are several technologies which are produced en route also, no?
Correct.
That you can claim. Everything may not be used in the drone, isn't it?
Right.
There are certain things which are not related to the drone, and you in your private time, you are separately doing research on that, you are finding it out. Then that is yours. But when you are working under a contract with a certain agency, the agency would definitely have written down these terms and conditions in their final agreement with you. So that will be binding. Okay. Now there is something called fair use. Suppose a teacher teaches something from a copyrighted material in his classroom. Is it valid or not? Will he be sued?
So once again, sir.
A teacher, there is a textbook, for example, written by a author who has copyright over that. And a teacher takes one chapter from that textbook and teaches you.
No, sir. Because
it will be taken to court.
No, it doesn't comes under the copyright section, because she is not using for the commercial these kind of things.
Exactly. That is true. Since he is taking only a small part of that work and teaching you,
yes,
it doesn't matter that way. That comes under the fair use concept.
Fair.
So Section 52 of the Copyright Act deals with fair use. But there also, you should remember one thing. If the teacher teaches you the end verbatim, word by word, everything that is in the textbook, will it be fair use? And he does not mix anything from his side.
But it is happening now, sir. Some teachers, they used to stick to the whatever the content they got.
That is true, but you are not supposed to do that. then it goes out of fair use. Fair use means you use a limited portion, because if the teacher is going to read out everything from that textbook from page 1 to page 1000, then what will be the impact on the author? Poor fellow, he has invested his intellectual property into that, no, for the production of that work. So his rights are infringed. But of course, no one goes to court on all these things because no one comes to know of it. But if there is some mechanism by which this can be mapped, then the author definitely has a right to go for infringement proceedings, because ultimately, if the teacher teaches everything from a single textbook, which a student will buy that textbook, his interest will be affected. So there are several rights within copyright. For example, you have the right to reproduce. If you are the copyright owner, you have the right to reproduce that work. You have the right to distribute. You have the right of adaptation. You can adapt it into various other creative work. For example, from the on the basis of your novel, you can actually make a drama or any other work based on that. Then you have a right to public performance. This is where this issue of Ilayaraja comes into play. If there is an original work produced by him, then he definitely, and he has not published it with the cooperation of any other person. He has produced his own album, for example. Then he can definitely go in and limit the performances in public domain. He has the right, because we initially mentioned that the copyright that is existing in India is for 60 years, isn't it?
Yes.
And within that 60 years, you can go and prevent any person from doing that if it is his original and independent work. Of course, if it is a work which is done in collaboration with certain other people, then there are other limitations, because other people also have their own rights embedded in this. Then there is the right to broadcast. You can give your work to any television, OTT, internet, or any other thing. Then there is a moral right. Moral right means it is the right to claim authorship and prevent distortion to the work. Suppose you have written a work, then you have the right, whenever it is, to claim that you are the author to that. And you can prevent others from distorting that work. You can prevent others from claiming that instead of, you may have mentioned X, someone else would say that in your work, Y is mentioned. You can prevent that from happening. So in India, the Copyright Act 1957 is the main statute that governs the copyright activities in India. So it is a very important act, and the remedies to copyright infringement are civil remedies and criminal remedies. That is, civil means you can ask for compensation for infringement of your right, and criminal means you can go to a criminal court and ask for fine or even imprisonment of the wrongdoer. So both these rights are there. So copyright registration, again, the process is almost the same as in patents, and Copyright Office has been set up under Section 9 of Copyright Act. Then there is nothing exclusively specific to say about this, except that there is a change that you should note. There was earlier an intellectual property appellate board till 2021 April. Now this has been abolished, and now all the activities pertaining to this board have been transferred to the High Court. So if there is certain reason why you should go to the appellate board, now no longer it's possible. You have to directly go to the High Court only. That difference has come since 2021. Then who handles copyright infringement? Of course, you mentioned that civil proceedings or criminal proceedings can be initiated, and appeals against registrar's orders. If you are not satisfied with the registrar's order on copyright, then you can you could have approached earlier the Intellectual Property Appellate Board. Now it is not possible. You have to directly approach the High Court only. Now remember one thing. In the case of copyright, there is one unique aspect. The moment you create something, the copyright is yours. Remember that. That's very important. The moment you write a piece of article, you need not publish it even if you keep it, technically the copyright is yours. However, the problem is that you cannot prove it. That's why you go in for registration. Otherwise, no one will go for registration as such. If you write an article in a paper, does anyone go for registration? Seldom. No, I haven't seen anyone doing that, because it is already coming in written form and already the copyright is mentioned there. So copyright is one of those rights. The moment you produce it, it is yours. However, proving that will be very difficult. That's why you go for registration as such. So there are international copyright protection regimes, such as the Berne Convention, which calls for national treatment. Then Universal Copyright Convention is there. Then the TRIPS Agreement is there. Then most important, Rome Convention. It is the Rome Convention that deals with performers, producers, phonographs, broadcasting, etc. That's why Rome Convention is very, very important. When you deal with films, phonograms, broadcasting in internet, broadcasting on television, etc., you have to follow the Berne Convention internationally. Works published in one member country automatically receive protection in other member countries also under this Berne Convention, Rome Convention, etc. So work creators must rely on the principle of national treatment. Now, what is this concept of national treatment? National treatment essentially means that once your product enters the territory of another country, then after meeting all the statutory requirements of that country, then that product cannot be differentiated, or a different treatment cannot be given to that product as against the domestic products. Suppose you have taken all the clearance from, say, US, and you want to have a musical performance in, say, Seattle. Once you have entered that territory after meeting all the requirements, the local Seattle government should not say that for international persons coming there and performing, you have to meet additional requirements which are not there for domestic performers. Both should be treated equally. That is this concept of. So copyright registration process is almost the same as that of patent. You have to prepare, first of all, you have to see whether prior art is there, then submission is there, then waiting period is there for 30 days for objections from the public. Then objections are not there, then it is published, so on and so forth. The same process continues. Okay, this is end of part 2. So let us now go for self-assessment questions. Ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir, here one thing, sir. While we are using LinkedIn, on drone technology, I use it to post some kind of content.
Okay.
Which I know and which I felt it is correct and everything.
Yeah.
Some people are what they are doing is they are copying it as it is. Full content they are copying and reposting it on their name.
That is not allowed. Without your permission, under the Rome Convention, that is not allowed.
Okay, sir.
You can, in fact, Rome Convention's address and everything is there. You can, in fact, request them to take down. There is also this DGCA against towards whom also you can shoot a mail. There's no problem.
So even though we have not claimed that copyright.
No, it is automatic. Once it is published there, the copyright is yours. That's the advantage of copyright.
Okay,
Even if you don't register it, it comes out in a medium and it is prior to another work, then it is yours. There's no need for anything else.
Okay, fine.
So you have full rights. And if it is an Indian firm doing this, then please go ahead and meet the registrar of copyrights.
Individuals, sir, if it is individuals means?
Indian, if it is an Indian who has done this infringement.
Indians, okay.
Indian, then go ahead and file a complaint with the registrar.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, simple, as simple as that. So you need not waste any time in that. Pushpahasan, sir, raise your hand. So you are not audible.
Sir, you are in mute. Unmute.
Unmute the audio.
Okay, now am I audible now?
Yeah. Now it's okay.
Suppose there's an author X. He has published a drama. That drama was adopted as a course study by a university.
Okay.
Now, since he has adopted a course study, textbooks is made as a textbook, and students are purchasing and teachers are teaching based on the textbook.
Okay.
Now, somebody
makes a quotation or some quote part of the textbook in their examination or in some other article,
Okay.
can the author still claim a copyright? Because I think that since he has given his permission to take it adopted as a textbook,
Yeah.
he might have sacrificed his copyright, isn't it? Or
Yeah. What you say is absolutely right, sir. Since he has already agreed that his work may be used as a textbook there, and it is part of the syllabus, it comes under fair use. There is no infringement there, unless and until some student or some person copies the entire work and sells it elsewhere.
If somebody makes an entire copy of the textbook under another name and publishes it, then that is violation.
Then it's an infringement. But since you can always take small quotations out of it for the examination purpose, small quotations for classroom teaching. So all that comes under fair use. No one is going to ask anything about that.
Then even if somebody, if some research article, if I am going to write some research article based on text, and that textbook, if I quote something from the textbook and within brackets I say that courtesy that author, then that also is fair use, isn't it?
Yeah, that is also fair use, provided that quotation is limited to 50 words. That is there.
Yeah. Okay.
Once you do that, that's okay. No problem.
Because sometimes when we go to the internet, there are so many celestial objects or images published by NASA. There the condition is you can always use these photographs for classroom teaching or further writing. Only thing is that in that article you should mention that this is courtesy NASA.
Yeah, what you say is right, sir, because that comes under OERs. Open Educational Resources. OERs is a different subcategory of copyrights, which I am not going in today, but that is also equally relevant these days. Because if it is released under an OER license, then the license itself mentions what you can do with that particular product. That's why OERs are so important these days. There are BYSA, that is, if a particular article is released under BY's license, then it means that you have to mention the author's name. If it is BYSA, then you have to mention the author's name, and also whatever you transmit across should be the same as the original product.
Just as we do in the bibliographic part of a reference article.
Exactly. There are other licenses also, BYSA NC. In this case, it should be your author's name should be there. Then it should be shared alike. It should be for non-commercial use, NC. There is another license, BYSA NC ND. Apart from the earlier three, there should not be any derivation out of the work. You cannot create a drama or anything from that. There are different kinds of licenses under which it is released. Okay, so that is possible. And NASA, etc., normally releases it under BYSA. So you have it is taken out from NASA. Such licenses are possible. So I hope that concept is clear to you.
Sure. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. So let us proceed with our discussion. Okay, the first self-assessment question. A teacher photocopies one chapter or of a textbook and distributes to the students for a single class discussion. Is it an infringement? What do you feel? Is it an infringement?
A single session, I think it's okay. Fair use.
Okay, that's great. Yes, you can use it. Educational use qualify under fair use under section 52, which lists acts do not constitute infringement when done for instruction or research, subject to fairness of use. So it is covered under that, no problem. Next one. A blogger quotes 2 paragraphs from a movie review and adds his own or her own critical commentary, citing the source. Is it permitted?
No, sir.
Why?
Because blogger means commercial usage comes.
Okay. But it is for critical commentary. We have seen earlier that for criticism and all that, small parts can be taken. So it is permitted. For fair criticism, that original work may have thousands of paragraphs. Here, only 2 small paragraphs are taken, and he adds his own critical commentary also. So his contribution is also there. So that comes under criticism and review are covered under fair use, so it is allowed.
Sir, actually nowadays bloggers, how they are showing some biasism because they are getting bribed by some organizations.
What you say is absolutely right. I don't disagree with that, but still they are free to use it for criticism purpose. That is that is covered under. I think you are a lawyer also, isn't it?
Actually, just now I started, sir.
Okay. So basically, if
I am into. I am in software.
Okay. Fine. So basically, if you look at it, Article 19 gives a bundle of rights to all Indians, isn't it?
Oh yes.
A subdivision of that Article 19. This fair criticism, freedom of speech and expression. Okay. Who is generally the first copyright or first owner of the copyright in a logo designed by an employee during the course of employment without any contrary contract? Similar to your case.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It is always the employer in this case.
Employer only.
Because,
one more thing, sir. I have seen a case like in TV9. Actually, TV9 news is there. News channel is there.
Yeah.
But in that, what happened is he already got the copyright for that TV9 logo. Ravi Prakash, I think so.
Okay.
And later on, he got employed in some organization, and he gave that rights to the organization.
That's
and they have started as a TV9 channel. And later on, once he got fired from the organization, he suited.
Yeah, that is fair enough. Because you cannot take away the work of someone and present it as your own.
He has transferred, I think so, sir.
Okay. Yes, officially, okay. Under an agreement, he has transferred.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh.
At the time, sir, what will happen?
No. I still didn't get the case. This gentleman was working in X institution, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
And during that time,
before joining that organization, he got copyright for logo.
Oh, he got. How can he get the copyright for logo? It is his institution which gets it. He cannot get.
Actually,
see, the logo is always logo normally comes under trademark. Trademark is given to a product or a company. So if he is the owner of that company, then fair enough.
He is one of the co-founder, I think.
Oh, okay, maybe he was having the company must have given him the rights over the logo. Fine, but even when you sell, then he must have sold that company to someone else, isn't it?
Yes, sir, correct.
And when he has sold that company, he is selling that company along with that logo, isn't it?
Yes.
When, for example, when Tata purchased Jaguar. The Jaguar company has that particular logo, no?
Yes, sir.
Tiger or
Tiger.
Yeah. You cannot remove that logo and give that company, isn't it? No one will buy your product.
Whole company and everything, intellectual property, physical property, everything will
purchase that company. You are transferring the entire set of rights, including the intellectual property rights.
That's it. Okay.
Otherwise, who will watch your channel? Otherwise, why should I buy your channel? Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
It is because it has a market value.
Right.
Your logo has a market value. That's the reason. Otherwise, no one will even think of buying your company, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Correct. Thank you.
That's the reason. Yes, sir. Pushpasan, sir.
Sir, an employee working in a medical firm, he makes use of the facilities given by the medical firm and he develops a new medicine.
Okay.
So in a sense, he is the inventor of the medicine. We can say for the time being, he is the inventor of the medicine. Okay. Then, will he get the copyright or patent right, or does it go to the company because he's a paid employee?
Yeah, I understand. I got your point, sir.
So whatever he does, he is doing it for, or even though he is doing it individually, he is doing it as part of the company. So whatever rights are derived from that product, that goes to the company, isn't it?
I'll tell you, there are two situations. One, he has developed the new product in the course of his employment.
Yes.
During the 9 to 6 time period when he was working inside the company, he has developed that. and he has used the facilities of the company.
Yes.
He has used the salts of that company. And there is an original agreement with the company also that whatever he produces under this will be going to the company. Definitely, the copyright will go. The patent will go to that company.
Okay.
Suppose after 6 o'clock he goes home. He has an individual laboratory where he develops the particular work. And if there is no agreement to the contrary that with the company that whatever you produce outside the company hours is the company's, then it will be his own. So here the concept is a course of employment. Whatever you develop during the course of employment, that is the company's.
That goes to the employer.
Employer, yeah. Whatever is beyond the course of employment, it is his own. That's the difference.
Okay.
I hope I have made the point clear.
Yeah, sure. Okay, now I got it.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Rajesh.
Paranjolu, madam. Welcome, madam.
Sir, I have one doubt. Writing with regard to writing articles. For example, I quoted some sentences from the original work of somebody.
Okay.
And another person who did see the original work copied from my article and reference as given as mine.
Okay.
Is it fair?
Yeah, it is fair because he has he should mention both the things.
The same quotation I have taken from another original work.
Madam, I understood. In this case, the person who is taking it next from you, he should mention that original quotation attributed to such and such person. But I have taken it from Dr. Sugita. Both should be mentioned.
Okay.
Not only one. Because if you have made any mistake in taking the quotation, then the responsibility will be upon you.
Yeah.
That is the reason why. So he has to mention both these things. Original quotation attributed to such and such, but quoted from this work.
Sir, actually, we may not know which is the original one and which is the second.
No, because Dr. Sugita will be mentioning in her work that it is a quotation of such and such person.
Okay.
So they're also fair. She is under obligation to mention if she has taken from somewhere else that it is a work of such and such person.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So it is as simple as that.
Right.
Okay. So let us move ahead. So this is the one. Now, trademarks. This is the third part of our presentation. Now, these are distinctive signs, symbols, words, phrases, design, combination of all these which distinguish one product from another. Now, these can be words, these can be logos, these can be symbols, this can be a combination of any of these. So, all trademarks are covered under Indian Trademark Act 1999, which is a very, very significant act. And this act, in fact, closely aligns with the trade-related intellectual property rights agreement of the World Trade Organization. So there are different types of trademarks. Word mark. This is very popular. Apple. All of you know the product Apple. No, there is no one in the world who does not know about Apple. So the moment you mention about Apple, in your mind, a certain design, a certain company comes into your mind, isn't it?
Yes.
That is word mark. So the word Apple denotes something. Similarly, you have logo or device mark. When you go for a Nike product, there's a certain symbol, Nike symbol, isn't it?
Yes.
Even if they don't write the name Nike on that, based on that symbol itself, in your mind, the company and the will come into play. So that is the logo or device mark. Then combination mark. Sometimes what happens is that a script acts both as a trademark as well as a logo. For example, Coca-Cola. Does Coca-Cola have any other mark other than the word Coca-Cola written over this in a single?
Coca-Cola, the same logo.
Same logo. Yeah. So there it is a combination mark. The logo and the wording both act as complementary to each other. Then shape mark. This is very, very interesting. I hope everyone has consumed this Toblerone
chocolates, yes, sir. That long chocolates.
Yeah. What is the peculiarity of this packing? It's a three-dimensional design, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
And the moment, even if nothing is written on it, you will easily make out that the company is such and such. Similarly, Coca-Cola bottle. Have you observed this Coca-Cola bottle? It has a peculiar shape, isn't it? Even if nothing is written on that bottle, you can easily make out that it's a Coca-Cola bottle. Similarly, sound marks are also there. The most famous one in India is Airtel.
Airtel. Yes.
You remember that jingle that used to come?
Yes, sir. Airtel, and one more thing, Hutch is there, sir.
Hutch is there, but Hutch is not popular these days, so people don't remember it. But Airtel is still
Airtel is very popular. Yes.
Very popular. That A.R. Rahman's cover music. That is very, very interesting. Similarly, service marks are there. If you go to McDonald's, outside it's written, "I am loving it." So even if you don't write McDonald's and ask any child even, whom is it associated to, they will tell you that it's a McDonald trademark. Similarly, Nike. Just do it.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yes.
You don't need to mention exactly what it is about. Then there are certification marks. Some certificates are given to certain products. For example, ISI mark. The moment you see ISI mark, you in your mind a certain standard comes that it is tested under such conditions. It has a certain value, etc. So it is a certification mark. Then there are collective marks also, like American Automobile Association. Any member of the American Automobile Association will use the AAA mark. But then CAs. If you see registered CAs, there will be a CA mark, which is universal, and any country you go, the same CA mark will be available. So different kinds of trademarks are there. Again, there are conventions also. The Paris Convention is there, which sets the basic standards. Then Madrid Convention is there, which allows for international registration. A unique feature of Madrid Convention is that it covers 100 countries. So if you apply under Madrid Convention, then a single application will be considered by 100 countries at one stretch.
Actually, this is my second. I want to ask you this question.
Yeah.
I got the patent or trademark copyright in India. So will it apply for US or some other country?
See, yeah. You can apply for international trademark from India itself. From the national office itself, you can ask for international registration. That is possible.
Before we are applying for the international trademarks and all, someone else they claim and they apply means?
Yeah, that will be there. Each country will have its own procedure. So the fact that you have applied here will not mean that it will be accepted in every country.
Right.
Each country will conduct its own search. And if they find, I told you, first aspect of any of these intellectual property rights is to go for prior art search. So each country will search in its database whether a similar trademark is registered there. If it is not there, then you will get the registration. Otherwise, your application will be rejected.
Okay.
And also, you should remember one thing. See, trademarks are now becoming universal in nature. But just because you have acquired trademarks in, say, production of coffee, it does not mean that the same trademark can be used by someone else in some other business.
Yesterday, yes, sir, we discussed about this thing.
Yeah. So I will not go further into that, but that aspect is also there. So you can file for international registration, absolutely no problem. And each country will check from its database and let you know. So under this WIPO system, you can definitely do that. And you need not go anywhere also. From the Indian office itself, you can accept it. Similarly, for patents also, there is this patent cooperation treaty. There also, you can ask for an international patent consideration from the national office itself. That is the PCT route. So that can be accepted. It is all there. You just have to use that mechanism.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. And then this is the filing process. Same way, trademark search is there, then the application filing process is there, then the examination goes into play, then they will ask for objection or anything from other parties. 4 months period is given for filing of objections. If nothing is there, then 10-year renewable trademark certificate is given to you. And the whole process takes something like, say, 6 to 24 months. Okay, another self-assessment question. We have come to the end of part 4. Under the Trademark Act, this you may not know as such, Trademark Act 1999, an application can be filed for trademark registration under Section 18. Please remember that.
Okay.
Under Section 18, you can file.
Okay.
Okay. What is the duration of trademark in India? Before which renewal?
Just 6 months to 24 months. Just now.
No, that is registration. How long is the trademark valid?
Valid.
Yeah. 10 years.
10 years. Sir.
10 years. And it can be extended for another 10 years after this duration is over. Okay. Collective mark. We had talked about collective mark. What is the use of collective marks as such?
We have taken the Red Cross as a one of the example.
Yeah. So collective mark is owned by an association. Please remember that an individual cannot file for a collective mark. It is a group of producers. For example, American Automobile Association. That's a group. It's an association. So a single person cannot go in and do it. So collective mark is always used by an association and is reserved for all its members. Okay. Then we come to industrial designs. This is very, very important and very, in fact, it is such an area that is very confusing also. Now, people often confuse two things: the functionality and the aesthetics. For example, the Coca-Cola bottle. One thing is the beauty of the Coca-Cola bottle. Second is the quality of the product inside that. Industrial design protects the outer part, the aesthetics, the look of the product. Okay, it is not concerned with what is inside that. You get my point?
Yes.
Suppose instead of Coca-Cola, a third person sells poison in that.
It is happening. Actually, not this one.
What is the product?
Phenyl.
Product consideration. He can sell, if he sells poison in that, still it is an infringement. Because the industrial design has been violated there.
Okay.
See, the product inside that does not matter at all.
The
It's
outside.
the shape, configuration, pattern, colors, etc. that the industrial design is given. So it covers 2D designs like textiles, wallpaper, graphics, etc. and 3D designs also like bottles, furniture, products, household, castings, etc. And there can be combination of 2D and 3D also.
So on automobile, we can see this 2D, 3D.
Yeah. All that is covered. All that is covered under industrial design.
Okay.
On a single product, there may be 100 industrial designs, and each may be protected. Okay. For example, have you noticed this? The dashboard of each automobile is different.
Yes, sir. Correct.
Maruti will have a different dashboard. Tata will have a different one. Why?
Fully analog, fully digital, semi-analog, semi-digital.
Yeah. Because the reason is it is all covered under industrial design. Okay. If you put the same thing, if Tata puts Maruti's configuration, it will be sued upon. Okay. So you cannot do that. So what I mean to say is that industrial design concerns itself only with the ornamental or aesthetic aspects of the product, like its shape, its configuration, colors, pattern, etc. It is not concerned with what is inside that product or how the product functions. Both these things are not important as far as industrial design is concerned. It is only concerned with the shape and design of the product. So in India, the Industrial Design Act 2000 and the Designs Rule 2001 cover this important aspect. Now, internationally, there is this WIPO industrial design pattern, which covers this 2D, 3D, etc. And there is this Hague system for international centralized filings. So these international registrations are published typically in 12 months after filing. So international, as I was mentioning earlier, you can go in for an international filing from the domestic office itself. You can go to the India office and ask for an international filing, and then it will be transferred to the WIPO, and WIPO will do the prior art search and all that, and the functionality will be done. So the process is the same here also. There is a prior art check. Then the Indian Designs Office will go into the class title and such other things. Then there will be an examination. They will ask for objections if there are any. And if it is accepted, then the certificate will be given. Similarly, internationally also, you can submit one international application for up to 100 designs. Just see this. One application is enough to cover 100 designs. And this can be done directly to the WTO or via the national office. Either you can apply directly to the WTO or you can go to our national office, that is the CGPDTM, and apply for this. Then the formalities are the same. There will be prior art check, novelty checks, etc. And then they will give you the decision. So all this may take up to standard 12 months. And if there are objections, it will take up to 30 months. So self-assessment question. What is the maximum term of protection for a registered design in India?
Rajesh sir,
10 years.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
please take the time and
Okay.
3 minutes.
Is my time up? Okay. I'll take another 10 minutes.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Because a lot of questions are coming up. That's why.
Very interactive session that's going on.
Okay, I will try to finish as soon as possible. Sorry for the time.
Thank you very much.
So self-assessment. So in India, a registered design is initially protected for 10 years, and then after that, it is extendable for 5 years, so 15 years. Then other thing is geographical indication. Because see, certain products have their value because they are produced in a certain area. For example, basmati rice. Have you heard of basmati rice being produced in Africa?
No.
Have you
Sindh area, India
and Pakistan only.
Pakistan. Yes.
Similarly, have you heard of champagne being produced in, say, South America? It is not produced. Darjeeling tea, can it be produced in Sri Lanka?
No. Sir.
No. So
Tirupati Laddu.
It is all these products have their value because it is produced in a certain area and they are designated by that name. Isn't it?
Yes.
So that is the thing. So geographical indication are tied to those places of origin where they are produced. And in India, it is covered under Geographical Indication of Goods Act 1999. I will not go into too much of details because time is getting up. So the application process is the same here also. The registrars examine it, then prior art is done. All those things come into play. So I will not devote much time into that. Internationally, TRIPS, the WTO goes into this. Then there is the Paris Convention. Lisbon Convention is also there. However, you should remember that there is no universal worldwide geographical indication registration. You have to go to each country and register there, unlike the other intellectual property rights. So that's a big difference. Here, you have to rely on the total, you have to rely on the domestic treaties alone to have this kind of a thing in place. Just a second. I don't know why it closed unexpectedly. Just a second. Sorry, somehow there was some error. Okay. I hope it's visible now.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we'll go into the self-assessment questions directly. One is, who can apply for registration of geographical indications in India? Obviously, it is the association of persons, producers, or organizations representing these producers, isn't it?
Yes.
You cannot claim.
It includes the state government also, sir.
State government, if it is part of that association.
Yes, part of
individually.
Correct.
Because all of these are parts of certain association. For example, if you go for Darjeeling tea, there is a producers association.
Yes.
That association can file for geographical indications, not anyone else. Even the state government by itself cannot do it. can be a party if it is a part of that association. Yeah. So GI protection in India, it is for 10 years. It can be extended after 10 years. Then this is an important question. Which of the following is an infringement of GI? Any idea?
So is not means second one, sir.
Second, yeah. Very nice. Because infringement, user says, is the use of a GI in a manner that misleads the public about the true place of origin. So B is the correct answer. Then last part of our discussion is trade secrets. Now there are certain secrets associated with each business entity, isn't it?
Yes.
There are secrets. For example, the Coca-Cola formula. They don't share it with anyone. Pepsi formula. They don't share it.
KFC.
Well, even small local institutions, they have their own trade secrets, which is confidential in nature. However, these have some economic value. That is why they are keeping it as a secret. Then they are taking efforts to maintain that secrecy. And however, you should remember that for trade secrets, there is no formal registration like other intellectual property. You have to use the local laws to protect trade secrets. So these are basically secrets associated with your products, which you don't want to share to anyone else. So there are certain examples, for example, formulas, Pepsi or Coca-Cola formula, pharmaceutical compounds are never revealed. Some processes are never revealed. Then the client list. Client list is very important. Who are your clients? This is very confidential. Each company keeps a close tab on who their customers are. Even Swiss Bank, for that matter, they never reveal who their customers are.
Yes, that is the main problem, yes, sir.
Isn't it? Yeah. Then business strategies. What are your marketing strategy? What is your pricing strategy? These are not revealed. Software, for example, there was recently this issue that Rafael, the saffron, was not ready to transfer the source code of Rafael. That comes under trade secrets only. That's why they are not revealing it to India. Even though India had bought the jets from Safran, they are not revealing the source code of this particular product.
So Russia is ready to reveal.
Yeah, that may be, but still, that's a problem.
Yes.
Then, trade secret protection in India. How do you protect trade secrets? Then you have to go to Indian Contract Act, 1872. And under that, there is a section that is non-disclosure agreements. So you can introduce non-disclosure agreements with your employees and other people. And you can put it in your contract that you will not reveal anything to third parties. Then the Information Technology Act 2000 also has provisions for maintaining cyber secrets, etc. Then there is the Prevention of Unfair Competition Act 1999, which also has such provision. And TRIPS also talks about strict enforcement of trade secrets. Okay, this is the last SAQ. This statement best describes the legal status of trade secrets in India. We just mentioned that. You cannot have trade secret protection like other intellectual property based on certain treaties. You have to get it protected under contract law. The domestic contract law, where non-disclosure agreements are there, that has to be introduced, and then only you can protect the trade secrets. So India has no standalone trade secret statutes. Protection relies on contract law, non-disclosure agreements, confidentiality clauses, etc.
Sir,
yeah.
Next, last option, sir.
Which one?
Fourth option.
Not recognized in India. No, trade secrets are recognized in India. Trade secrets are recognized. Everyone, the law recognizes trade secrets, but the law has not given any provision for separate protection. What they say is that already the contract law is there, 1872. You have to protect your trade secret under the provisions of the contract law. And two specific provisions are this non-disclosure agreement and confidentiality clause, which comes under the contract law itself. Now, the new Cyber Security Act also has certain provisions, which I was mentioning, related to, and that covers your particular
data
case.
Protection and all.
Data protection and all that.
Yes.
So, but that is there. Now, this was the case that someone was mentioning. You are mentioning, rather.
Yes.
An employee quits and downloads the client list marked confidential to use in his new job, despite a non-disclosure agreement. What is the immediate remedy? Which is the immediate remedy? What would you suggest?
That is criminal conviction, sir. Imprisonment only, direct.
No, you should never directly go for criminal conviction. The reason is that Indian criminal process is so long-winding that if you straight away go for that, by the time your secret and everything will be out with every person. So you should never go for that. You go for 3. That is, you ask for an interim injunction to immediately restrain the use or disclosure. Then you can follow up for other damages claims. So never go directly for criminal conviction. It will take time. Instead, go for C, that is, ask for an injunction. Then the court will immediately order an restraining order, and then you can go for injunction.
Perfect.
Okay. Essential factor to qualify as trade secrets. What is it?
That's a trade secret.
It is C, isn't it? It has to have commercial value, and the owner takes responsible steps for keeping it as a trade secret, isn't it?
Yes.
So that is the thing. So friends, these are the sources and other things that was relied upon. So thank you. In fact, I thought of discussing some cases also, but still time is very short. I will not go into that. I'll stop short of that because there are certain very interesting cases.
Very interesting, sir. Actually, your this session is very, very interesting to us and very interactive also. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you for making it interactive. In fact, there are 7 or 8 cases in various high courts which I wanted to discuss. Maybe on some other occasion we can discuss, because then that will give you a clear idea of how the whole thing is working out.
Yes.
Pushpasan sir, you wanted to ask something?
Sir, about that intellectual, that GI and that logo, you mentioned about the dashboard.
Yeah.
Every dashboard cost. Suppose a manufacturer makes a dashboard.
Yeah.
Another manufacturer makes a similar dashboard. He has not made any vital changes. He has only changed the relative positions of the items in that dashboard.
Yeah.
Will it be a violation? That is one thing.
That will be decided by the patent office on seeing the degree of similarity.
Oh, yeah.
They will see if it is 90% similar, then how will they accept it? They will reject it. Just by changing the position from X to Y will not make a difference. If it is substantially similar, then definitely they will reject it in the first go itself.
Then about that,
substantially different from the original one.
There should be vital difference.
Vital difference of 80 to 90% difference.
Approved, but it is only slight changes, more or less similar, it is violation.
Yeah, exactly, sir. Absolutely.
Then, sir, about the GI, basmati rice, darjeeling tea, etc.
Yeah.
Does the product, is there any provision or restriction that the product should be manufactured and packed in the same country? For example, if somebody takes the raw material for Darjeeling tea, goes to USA, makes it as a product there and markets it as a Darjeeling tea from that country.
No, that's not possible. It should be from the country of origin.
They are not claiming that.
I understand that. You cannot go to USA, take the product to USA and say that it is a product of USA.
No, I am not telling that. We are taking it to USA and manufacturing, everything is done from there, and then the product is brought here and marketed.
That is the basic thing. Manufacture of that product has to be here only, sir.
Oh.
You cannot, even if you take the strain of this particular basmati rice, cultivate it in USA, produce a similar one, then also it will not be accepted.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh. Everything has to be here in India only.
Cultivated in the country of origin itself.
Country of origin and the place of origin.
Place of origin. Okay.
The country. You cannot take it to say Benares and make it. Then also it's rejected.
Okay. So say for example, the Tirunelveli halwa, you had to make it different.
Okay. You cannot manufacture it in Trivandrum and claim that it's a GI.
Now I get it.
It has to be there itself. That's the thing.
Everything should belong to the source of origin.
Exactly. That's the point. So I hope we have had a very exciting. Thank you so much.
Illuminative also.
Thank you so much. Sharat Chandra ji, it's over to you.
Rajesh ji, I'm not restricting you because this is the thing that we are expecting during these few days, and this has to come out. That is the idea of the workshop actually. That's why 11 o'clock the session has to be concluded, but we are...
I'm really sorry I exceeded by say 15 minutes or so.
Not like that, Rajesh ji. It's really wonderful that all the participants, some of them are very active, and they are also coming up with some questions. The questioning is more important in the idea generation. And thank you very much, Dr. Rajesh ji, and for your enlightening and thought-provoking. And we need to have 2 or 3 more sessions on this actual basics of intellectual property, because most of us, even the people who are working, they also have some doubts and also some confusion in this.
Yeah.
So actually, I remember the Thomas Edison's saying that in the beginning also I said the value of the idea lies in the using of it. When you use it only, the idea will be generated, and also it will be flourished. That's the main concept that we should remember. And really, it's your insights have been truly deepened and understanding, sir. And the way you are teaching, that shows your experience in the topic. And also, you have simplified the complex subject, making the audience by asking them questions like activity, check your understanding. That is more important during the presentation or the lecture, whatever we are giving. Self-assessment questions. These are very much attractive and also innovative that you have started, and whole the session went on like that.
Sharat Chandra sir, if you have any idea of conducting 2 more sessions with Rajesh sir, please include me also, sir.
We will try to work on it, sir, because the organizers have to decide, and NCDE ma'am. Now the director of the NCIDE ma'am is also there, so we can request ma'am to have few sessions in that, and it will be more useful for all the participants for the who have opted for the many courses. That's what we will definitely work on it, sir, and this is part of the curriculum. That's the thing that Dr. Rajesh is more experienced and senior regional director. So in front of him, I may be the younger one, but this is more informative, sir, and very much thankful, and your guidance, valuable guidance, has certainly motivated all of us to think more deeply about innovation, ownership, and also the originality. So the ownership and originality, these two are more crucial when you talk about intellectual property rights. So thank you once again, sir, for sharing wisdom and expertise with us. And this is really a wonderful session, and that's what we don't want to restrict you. So let it be continued. So anyhow, we have to continue the program according to time. Thank you, Dr. Rajesh sir, once again for your valuable time and also the information that you have shared to all of us. Thank you, sir. And let's move on to the next session. And we have a very good, important time that we have now, because we are going to see one more distinguished personality. It's time to begin the session by setting the tone for the today's session. And we are having with us that I am very much happy to introduce the distinguished personality for today's incubation and innovation event, Dr. Josna Dikshit, who is the director of the National Center for Innovation in Distance Education. And I just want to give a brief introduction, because it's a lengthy profile that it will take so much of time to introduce Dr. Dikshit. So she is a visionary leader with over 25 years of experience in designing and developing innovative learning solutions for the open and distance learning system. And she also serves as the president of the institution's Innovation Council, IIC 840, at IGNOU, and has been instrumental in building the university's innovation and entrepreneurship ecosystem. So this is a very interesting, and also we are honored to have ma'am here with us. And she's also the pioneering initiatives, pioneering initiatives like IGNOU, Udyami Portal, Idea Bank, and LVRIETI Virtual Incubator have empowered thousands of IGNOU students to nurture their ideas and become successful entrepreneurs. And she also is a certified innovation ambassador. Ma'am was certified innovation ambassador and also an inspiring mentor. Dr. Dixit has conducted numerous programs on design thinking, creativity, and innovation, guiding both faculty and students to think of beyond their boundaries. And also, she's now leading IGNOU's mission to establish innovation hubs and incubation centers across regional centers and aligning with the national vision of Viksit Bharat 2047. So we are truly privileged to have her with us today to share her insights and inspire us on this journey of innovation and entrepreneurship. Please join me welcoming Dr. Joseph, a true innovator, leader, and also a mentor. And we are fortunate to have her here, and let us have listen to ma'am, and then we will also continue with the discussions which can lead further. So, may I now invite Dr. Josna Dixit to kindly invite the session, initiate the session, and set the tone for the discussion. Over to you, ma'am.
Dr. Chandra, thank you very much. My dear students, our nodal officers in the Zone 11 clusters, Dr. Rajesh, and each and every one of our IGNOU staff also present here in this particular pre-incubation training program. And my congratulations to the Zone 11 Innovation Cluster for conducting such a wonderful program. I could listen to Dr. Rajesh for not more than 5 to 10 minutes, but from that I could gain the kind of knowledge, the kind of information he has given to all of you in a subject which is of great importance, and simultaneously sometimes it becomes very difficult for us to understand. So, as mentioned in this session, yes, we in the month of August organized a series of workshop sessions in collaboration with AICT and regarding IPR and the filling of patents, so that we can again do for our all the students, faculty members of Zone 11, and we can plan accordingly with Dr. Rajesh, and that could be done upon mutual consent. So now basically, Dr. Rajesh called and said that, we would like if you could throw some light on the main theme of this particular pre-incubation training program, that is inspiration and motivation for idea generation. So you have already gone through technical sessions. So I wanted to put something very lighter and simultaneously to ignite you that what is the idea behind IGNOU venturing into the innovation entrepreneurship ecosystem and simultaneously facilitating our learners. So as all of you are aware that as we are advancing towards transforming our country into a developed nation by 2047, this series of pre-incubation training program, this is the first of the series which is happening in this particular quarter. You will be going through such series in the second, third, and fourth quarter, which ends in August 2026, right? And our expectation is that even if you are 5 students, 10 students, 15 students, number doesn't matter. But if we are able to ignite the spirit of innovation and entrepreneurship in you, and yes, if that innovator, which is somewhere deep lying down in you, gets ignited, and you also come up with some kind of a solution which is benefit for the society, benefit for your locality, benefit for the globe, then yes, why not? You are welcome. And through these quarterly pre-incubation training programs, you are expected to get trained into various topics which enables you to generate ideas, develop prototypes, develop a minimum viable product, develop business plans, and finally come up to a stage where you have a ready pitch with you for funding as far as the startup is concerned. So, what happened is that at NCID, roundabout since 2018, we have been continuously organizing various student empowerment programs and various competitions to identify, recognize, and develop the capacities in our IGNOU learners so that, they could convert their ideas, their imaginations into some kind of prototypes or even startups or any business initiatives. However, while we have been practicing it since such long, at NCID, all the faculty members, we felt that something is missing. And that missing link was that though we were doing all these activities at the headquarters, but at the regional centers, we were not able to reach to our learners at the last mile. There are many learners like you who have yet not attended the programs being organized by the IGNOU headquarters, but now with the help of your regional centers, you are able to attend these kind of pre-incubation training programs. And that gave birth to an idea that why not expand this to our regional centers and gradually to our learner support centers also. So at the end of the day, we are able to ignite the minds of all our students who are present at the grassroots. So this is the entire idea behind organizing this kind of a program. Now, in a nutshell, as this is a very initial stage for many of you might have already have an idea, maybe might have worked on a prototype also, but at the initial stages, I thought that why not just let me introduce you to the current India's innovation ecosystem, what all is happening. So today's ecosystem, which we have developed in our country, is majorly focusing on science, technology, and innovation. And the main priority of our ecosystem is to develop paths of progress which run through science as well as innovations. So, our country launched a lot of initiatives like Atmanirbhar Bharat, Make in India, Digital India, Startup India. And believe me, many of our students from the various universities, from IITs, IIMs, including IGNOU, have utilized these kind of the promises made by these kind of initiatives, and they have registered into Startup India initiative. They have registered their startups. They are making products which are Make in India. So this is something which which not only created an awareness in our country, but also motivated and inspired our budding entrepreneurs and innovators in their early stage of studies to come up with business ideas and provide solutions which though are local but are actually impacting globally, and their solutions are now also used at the global level. Moreover, what we found out is that during this time you may speak of agriculture category or to space, from energy to health. India, our country is actually writing a new stories. Since long, our history speaks of scientific temper, speaks of researchers, but this is really an Amrit Kal for us. Why? Because now a strong ecosystem has been created in our country, which will facilitate any student, even residing at a village level or a district level, having a bright idea to come up, join the various schemes of the government of India. And as IGNOU students, you are already into a particular scheme of pre-incubation training program where we expect your ideas see into a product and then ultimately culminating into giving something back to the society and to the globe in general. Moreover, missions like the AI mission, the semiconductor sector, has taken a flight now, and we're pretty sure that we will be having our own chips. We will be having our own hardware because, really, we do not have a India-made mobile phone even. right?
Yes.
But our students and many researchers across business houses, across the IIMs, IITs, universities, including IGNOU, are working in creating indigenous technology. And all this, all this is happening because we have an AI mission around and other missions also around. We have also now implemented 5G in a big way, to name a few. Another important thing which happened while the past more than a decade is that we have emerged as the third largest startup ecosystem, right? We started with a handful of startups, and then gradually this ecosystem, with the help of this entire ecosystem which was created with the help of educational institutions, industry, now we are in a position that we have more than 1.8 startups registered with the DPIIT. Now these are the registered startups. Double or triple of the numbers are the students or our people who are at the brink of establishing their startups. They have already reached the TRL level 7 or 8, the pre-commercialization stage, and now they are into the process of commercialization. And we have round about 6,000 plus deep tech startups which we are working on the space technology, on quantum computing, on turning e-waste into rare earth material. This is a very, very important component of innovations which we as a country need to do for the betterment of our society. And also the patents which are registered have increased to 17 folds in the past more than a decade or so. And all this is not only happened because of an innovation ecosystem which we have, but is in turn also strengthening our ecosystem. Moreover, we have 124 unicorn startups, and these startups are basically mostly from Delhi, Mumbai, Gurgaon, and they are in the sectors of retail. Then some are enterprise application based sectors, and many are B2B based sectors where these unicorns have flourished. Can any one of you name a few unicorns? You can also type in the text box.
Zomato,
Yes.
Swiggy,
Yeah.
Nika.
Yes.
Baizu, no, it is got bankrupt, but Baizu was also a unicorn.
Yes, certainly at a time it was
Yes.
doing wonders. And
Yes.
then we have Boat also.
Boat.
So around about 124 we have the unicorn startups. And then with all this kind of a background, two major things have also happened. That is the quantum mission for secure communication and computing that has been launched by the government of India. And it's a next generation computer technology, you can say, and which will revolutionize the security aspects, and will work faster than the supercomputers. So the quantum technology will be used, and believe me, like there was a time when we thought of creating our own atomic energy. Similarly, this is the time when our students, when all of you can think of creating our own quantum computer capabilities, generating them in our country for facilitating the people of our country, the society of our country, and then also further as a global facilitation. Then in this recently, the government has also launched a research, development and innovation scheme. And the main idea behind this scheme is to the foster the R&D activities going on not only in the educational systems but also in the private sector, and how to integrate these systems together to build a developed nation by 2047. So the main purpose of giving you this scenario is this is where today as Indians we stand. We have that kind of an infrastructure, we have that kind of a support, we have all those kind of mechanisms, what now is needed? I want an answer from you. The system is there, top layer is ready. So what we need now?
Innovation, entrepreneurs.
Very true. We need innovators and entrepreneurs. And believe me, an innovator is lying in every one of you. An entrepreneur is there in every one of you. It is only when you face the challenge, then you start coming up with business ideas. Now the time is very short. So though I had planned an Ikigai exercise for you, but what I'll do is that in a nutshell, I will just explain this Ikigai to you. Reason being, our experience at IGNOU and conducting various capacity development programs for our students on innovation and entrepreneurship. You know, the first thing which we found is very important for our students is to understand what is their Ikigai. Believe me, if every one of you understand what your Ikigai is, whether you are going for a sector-based job or you are going for an innovation and entrepreneurship-related vocation, believe me, if you understand your Ikigai, you are every day serving the people of the country and the people of this planet Earth. So in a nutshell, because it's already 11:35, in a nutshell, I'll just simply move you to the concept of Ikigai. So basically, after giving this kind of an entire scenario of the robust ecosystem on innovation which we have in our country, it's mind-boggling. So the obvious question is that from where one should start. So you have to understand your Ikigai. If you understand your Ikigai, you will certainly flourish in whatever career you choose as an innovator, as an entrepreneur. So it is an age-old Japanese concept. And how many of you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Why is Monday so far from Friday and Friday so near to Monday? How many of you? Please thumbs up if you agree with this quote.
Yeah.
See, this is an innovation and session. So we have to be very frank. Anjana, you've raised your hand. You're okay with it, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So many of us, yeah. So many of us
Monday is
go through this
Friday,
kind of.
ma'am.
Yes.
So
okay.
Friday
because Friday after that is a week.
Yes, weekend.
Friday is a weekend. Okay, so how to so how to come out from this circle of Monday and Friday is that when you enjoy what you are doing, right? So then Monday is no more a Monday, and you enjoy the every moment of your life, and every day you live in the present moment. So that is what Ikigai is. It is an old Japanese concept which enables you to live the life to the fullest. You know, there is a village Okinawa in Japan, and you have lot of population there, more than 50% population, which crosses 100. So they are called centenarians. And why so? Because they live life to the fullest. You have grandmas, they are climbing the trees, plucking fruits. They are playing sports and things like that, even when they are 85 and 90. Why? Because they live their life the Ikigai approach. That is the reason of being. If you do something which you love, isn't it a 24/7 job? You dream also of that. And that is what our scientists, our innovators, our researchers, our so many founders of various startups, they understood their Ikigai. And after understanding their Ikigai, when they implemented it to solve a societal problem, it resulted in a big success for them also. So it is a win-win situation for you, for the society, and for the globe in general. So coming to the nutshell of the Ikigai, just I'll focus on this particular slide. It is an intersection of the 4 major components. One is what you love, which means your passion. What the world needs, what the society needs should be your mission. And what you can be paid for, that should be your vocation. And say if you are something good at, you can further enhance your skills, and that becomes a profession. So, the point, the space which we can see in the arrow, the what you love for, this space will make you, it's an interaction of what? It is an interaction of something which makes you happy, and also is a part of your vocation, but it's not the mission or the passion it is covering. Similarly, the space which you can see with the green arrow, you can do many things which is very important for the world, but really, will you be able to make a mark through this space? No, not necessary. Then something which you are paid for makes you in your comfort zone. Yes, you are getting a everyday salary. You are coming home. You are relaxing on a weekend. So for the people who want to live in their comfort zone, this is absolutely okay. And when you are moving for your profession, so you might be having skills, but how much you have made it useful for the society is a question. So this particular intersection of something which you love, something which the world wants, and something which you can be paid for simultaneously you are good at, this sweet point is basically your ikigai, right? So it is an interaction of passion, mission, vocation, and profession. So how many of you have actually worked on your ikigai? If I give you 2 minutes, can any one of you identify your ikigai?
I thought of maintaining that, but I could not, ma'am. I have to go with that. At least now, I will sort my ikigai. I will try to find out my ikigai.
See, so it is a 10 to 20 minutes exercise, right? So what you have to do is that if you understand what your passion is, which means list down 4 to 5 activities which you love to do. It could be storytelling. It could be, some kind of visiting various places. Yeah, it could be blogging also, vlogging also, whatever, is your passion you love to do. It could be coding also, as a matter of fact. So note down them, simultaneously note down what are the existing problems where, the world needs solution. May it be in the health sector, may it be, in the, what you can say, in the cyber security sector, right? May it be in the energy sector. Just note down certain challenges which the world is facing. Then what you are exactly working out right now, and then some skills which you have. So the combination of your passion, mission, vocation, profession, that particular component which will come out. Say if you are a traveler and you also like to, your passion is telling things in storytelling format, so you can be a very good vlogger where you can travel around the world, and through storytelling way you can show the world to people who are not able to travel. So this way, you because something which is your passion, you love doing it. You'll when you love doing it, then if you try to solve a particular problem and you have a skill for it also, so it creates wonders. So I will end my presentation here, as the time is less. I would have loved to take you through the exercise of ikigai, but as a homework for this particular pre-incubation training program, before you are trying to generate a business idea, first understand which direction you have to move. It is very important. Just because wellness is something which is now required, don't run for that. If implementing AI enabled solutions, don't go for that. Is it your passion? Are you good at it? So first focus on your passion, mission, vocation, profession, and then select the problems in your locality, in your country, or globally even, and then try to solve the problem. Right?
Yes. Right.
So I'm not getting responses from our other participants.
Madam.
So is that clear to everyone?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I will be, Dr. Chandra, I will be now stopping my presentation because there are our students also who are waiting. Annie was the startup winner competition 2024, and she is also here. So let's listen from her. Yeah. And Annie, also focus on the ikigai which you worked on, so that they will be able to understand better.
Yes, Yes, madam. Thank you, ma'am. Actually, it is at IGNOU and especially through NCIDE, innovation is viewed as a collective journey. That's what we have to understand. And it's like, can I do this? How can I make this happen? It starts with empathy, this kind of attitude of the nature that we should develop. So let's remember that innovation is not confined to technology or products alone. That's what MAP was also mentioning. Not only about the technological aspects. It lies equally in the new teaching style approaches of new models of learning, the various ways of learning things, and also new ways of empowering the communities. This kind of ideology that we need to develop under innovation. So we set the tone for innovation. Let's commit ourselves to building the ecosystem that transforms the ideas into impact, where each learner becomes a creator, and each idea can be to the vision of Viksit Bharat 2047. That's what the complete Viksit Bharat vision is talking about. So once again, I thank you, Dr. Jyotsna ma'am, for your insightful and inspiring words in setting tone for the today's discussion on India's innovation ecosystem today. And you were mentioning your perspectives on the flagship initiatives in innovation driving all sectors, and 124 unicorn startups, quantum future, the RDA scheme, and startup ecosystem. These are all the things that we are aware now. We are trying to understand. When I request all the participants to go through the each and every area that where we can fit, and also it can have a strong foundation for this session. That's the meaningful session we are expecting from the participants. So we deeply appreciate you, your continuous guidance and leadership in nurturing a culture of innovation at IGNOU, ma'am. And thank you once again for enlightening us and motivating
Madam,
who are present here
only
to float
one
and
question.
act innovatively. And over to the participants, if there are any questions or additions to you, you can open up and you can also share with me.
Ma'am, we were discussing about indigenous. What is meant by indigenous? Because I'm working in the drone industry, and most frequently I'm you're hearing that word. What does it mean?
See, I'll start with a story. It's a personal life story. When I was in IIT Bombay and we were working on a very dignified and what you can say a very futuristic project of aeronautical development agency, and our main lead, Dr. Kalam, he said just mentioned one thing, that I want you guys, you people, to use indigenous technology for development of this particular product. So when we say indigenous, it means everything is made in India. So with the quantum mission, with the IRD mission, which the government has launched, with the Make in India mission, with the Atmanirbhar Bharat mission, is actually making us lead gradually to products which are made in India. Usually, as so, I hope you got the concept of indigenous technology.
Yes, yes.
Something which is from our culture. Something there are many such technologies which existed in the past in our country, but either we have forgotten or we have not documented. So government is also now working on such systems which could document such technologies, and then how in this present context you could re-engineer them and use it. Pushpak Viman is also one such example.
Yes.
NASA is still trying to make such kind of an effort.
Yes, thank you.
So I hope you understand this.
Are there any other participants that they want to ask anything or share their experiences or any other thing?
I think Anjana ji,
She raised. Has raised the hand. Ma'am, do you have anything to say? You can unmute the audio and you can share.
Probably Anjana raised her hand because we had.
Good morning. Actually, it was a nice class, and I understood the topic. Regarding the new innovative ideas, and you took the class well, ma'am. Thank you so much for the class.
Thank you, Anjana. We will be successful only if you guys turn your ideas into some kind of a prototype and then finally into a startup. That is
okay. Okay, ma'am. Okay.
And we look forward to each one of you.
Sure. Sure. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Now let us proceed the schedule that we are now on the time, on the right time. Now we are having two more important persons here who is going to share their own stories, the successful stories. One entrepreneur and also one innovator. And to introduce the first speaker, I invite Mr. Y. Venkateswarlu, Assistant Regional Director, RC Regional Center, Hyderabad, to introduce the alumni and the successful entrepreneur to share his experiences. So, Venkateswarlu sir, you can introduce the speaker.
Okay, sir. Thank you for offering this program. So I'm very much glad to introduce some of the student entrepreneur and as well as student innovator. So first of all, I would like to invite Ani Joshi. She is the student entrepreneur. So I wanted to give brief information about Ani Joshi. Ani Joshi is an entrepreneur from Kerala focusing in the F&B manufacturing industry. She has started various leading initiatives in agro-based value additions and establishing a strong presence in the manufacturing sector. With over 8 years of experience as public speaker, Ani is dedicated to empowering individuals and driving personal transformation. Her mission is to change lives from the inside outside and inspiring people to unlock their potential. Ani's ultimate goal is to evaluate the humble banana into a global icon, redefining it as a healthy, iconic snack for the world. AGO Global Foods Private Limited. AGO Global Food Private Limited is an ISO 22000 in 2018 certified agro-based food and beverage manufacturing company registered under the Companies Act 2013, located in Trivandrum, Kerala, India, and its factory being located at Manilam, Trivandrum, in 6,000 square feet building with automated manufacturing process specializing in sustainable snacking with a commitment to quality and innovation at AGO Global Foods. We are on a mission to redefine the snacking industry with a blended of tradition, innovation, and sustainability. We are creating a new era of snacking that not only delighting states taste buds but also cares for the planet and its people. So Gule is a seasoned plantain chips brand that celebrates India banana heritage through glue. We can taste cultures experiencing global flavors through banana chips as it builds bridges between rich culinary stories from around the world and brings them to our platter through Kerala Narendran bananas blending crafted with care and Gule redefines banana chips into a wholesome indulgence, blending a tradition and banana chips into a wholesome intelligence, blending a tradition and innovation with a focus on sustainability and equality. Gule aims to bring India's agricultural treasures to the global stage, inspiring healthier snacking choices worldwide. Join us in our journey to make the humble banana a global icon. So I invite Ane Madam, please start your presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much, Mr. Venkatesh, for that long and beautiful introduction. First of all, I have to thank Jyotsna ma'am and Rajesh sir for giving me this opportunity to present my business and share how I became an entrepreneur. Well, it's not such a grand story that I can share, but it definitely can give you an idea of like doing something when you absolutely have nothing in hand. To start my story, I think we have to rewind back to me as a student. I started my business when I was 21. I was a student at IGNOU studying BA-PCH, which is psychology, undergraduate level psychology. And the best part about IGNOU was I had a lot of time to think that, oh, I can change the world. And the thought just, came, it was a constant thought. And eventually it came to a point where I started understanding, okay, which is the industry that I can walk into. And that is how my business idea came into being. So just to introduce myself again, my name is Annie Ribu Joshi, and I am from Kerala. I have a business in Kerala which manufactures a simple snack, a simple but delicious snack that is currently changing the FMCG ecosystem in India. You might have heard about it, you might not, but I'll introduce eventually. The brand is called Gluey, Gluay. It is a brand of banana chips where we incorporate different culinary tastes in it, like Thai, Chinese, Korean, continental tastes in banana chips. And it is not Narendran chips, it's like Kerala Nendran banana chips, which we use to make these innovative product line. And getting to that, I think again the story starts when I was a student at IGNOU, and I wanted to create something different to the world because it kind of was my motive from a very young age. I always wanted to stand outside the box, do something different, be innovative, be that person, because we have this one life, and I just wanted to make sure that my existence was of like some kind of use. And at 21, I started understanding more about the FMCG and F&B industry in India, and realized that it is a $1 billion industry. And $1 billion did ring a bell. And I was like, okay, this is a good industry to start in. And I started understanding about, what was there in the market, what was not there in the market. And I understood that there is a lot of things that people are ignoring because they are in a safe space, especially when it comes to food. We all know that comfort food is something that we will not experiment on. And I realized that India has a lot of brands that sell potato chips, Doritos, and extruded snacks and everything like that, except a one simple snack that people love with a lot of emotion, but not so much innovation in that field, which was banana chips. And I thought, okay, why not I start from there? And I spent like almost a year understanding and researching about what can I do in banana chips or with banana chips that I can like stand out and play with the big players in the market. And that is when at 2021, I introduced a small proprietorship called GeoFoods, where it was like a small retail shop with manufacturing in the back, which you usually see in like every signal. Like if you go outside, you can see small such snack shops. It was similar snack shop because
Right.
I had no idea about business. I had no idea about how to do business, how to make money, how to sell a product. And so I thought, okay, this could be a good stage for me to understand the market, get a good market feedback. And before starting the business at 21, I have to confess that I had zero capital. And the only savings I had with me was something that I saved up for my master's, like every Indian student out there who wished to go outside, go abroad to study. That was the only savings for IELTS and GRE stuff that I kept aside, just a couple of bucks. And I had no idea how to start a business without capital. And I started, I understood, okay, this is the problem that I'm facing. And I wrote it down and I started figuring out, okay, what is the solution that I can find to solve this? And so I started looking into the options of government schemes and such, all such options that we have I can get. And eventually, I understood that even without having a collateral, having no capital, I can still get funding from the banks with the Prime Minister Modi schemes, PMEGP, PMFME, and all such schemes. And eventually, I ventured into that, and I figured out, okay, if I can do business, if I can get into that field, this is the only way I can do it. Again, because I was broke and I had zero capital. And eventually, I made sure that my project was viable, and I made sure that everything that I dreamed of and I prepared for the past 1 year about the business, about the product, about the long term vision I had, I put my heart and soul into the project and I submitted it to the bank. And eventually, I got the loan and I started the small business. Although, when I started the small business, just like literally every person out there just wanted, like, they thought that I would stick on to that business for the next 20, 50 years, like every small businesses and shops out there. Like if you see a retail shop, it have been like there for like 10, 20 years. And the legacy just keeps on like going and going. But even from the start, my end goal and my dream was to create a brand in the FMCG market that can be placed next to these big players like Lay's, Pringles, Doritos, Kurkure. And so that dream always was there with me, even when I started the retail shop, because the only purpose that I told myself of this retail shop is, Annie, you need to understand how to do business, how to bring profit, how to manage the loss, and how to talk to people, and also get the customer feedback. Because introducing a new product in the market, it something in me told me that it is not an easy thing to just do an innovative thing and just present it to the market, and they'll just like receive you with both hands open. And that is not how the world works, and I learned it the hard way. And in 3 months, I understood that it is very hard, because when we start a retail shop, the aim and the visuals in your head is like, oh, I open an amazing shop, I put up a lot of interior work, I put up a big sign, and people will just storm in, buy my product, and like it will be like very smooth journey. But that was the opposite happened. I opened the store. In 3 months, there was not even a fly coming into the store, because big dreams and visualize all the visuals and the imagination, it's very, very, very huge. But at the same time, you have to be grounded and you have to stay in reality when you're like doing all these things. And after 3 months, I realized, okay, I might not be a business person. Like it's good enough that I quit, or like that was the mindset that I had, until my mom told me, if the customers are not coming towards you, you can always go to them. And that was when I realized,
Yes.
okay,
Right.
that is the turning point of the entire idea that I had. I had a product line. I had something unique. So what I did was I started putting out tasting campaigns where people can freely taste the product and understand, wow, this is the game changer. And so we did, the tasting campaigns, and we started attracting more and more consumers. And that actually was a stepping stone for me in the business world, in the retail world. And we started a second shop, and the second shop turned into a third shop. And within 7 months, we had 4 shops in Trivandrum city, and eventually made a lot of feedbacks. And the best part about Trivandrum is that we get a lot of tourists, especially from the north, all sides of India, from outside. So I was able to, use that as a stepping stone, another stepping stone, and introduce my product not just in the regional level, but also in the state and national and international level, where people gave me better feedbacks and I perfected the product. And eventually, when all of this was happening deep inside me, I wanted to, you know, establish a brand. Now that I know that consumers love my product, I wanted to put the brand out there, do that, the main dream that I always had. And in 2023, I had successfully converted the retail shop into a franchisee, where I sold it as a franchisee, and with that money, I laid foundation for my brand dreams by establishing a private limited company in 2023, and eventually registering the brand and securing the patent, the technology behind it. And again, something, it was not just about creating a brand, that we can, okay, you might all be making banana chips at home because it's very easy. We have a hot oil and banana. You can always make banana chips at home. And if you do look at, Kerala ecosystem or India as a whole, people make banana chips with a big kadai and, all those methods, some hygienic, some unhygienic. So a part of me always wanted to, have a manufacturing unit which is hygienic, sustainable, at the same time automated, so that, you know, a small change in the same industry which can give a lot of credibility and also create a standard in when it comes to snacking, where people can enjoy healthy snack at the same time in the most tastiest way. And at 2023, I started laying my foundations for having an automated factory. Again, the franchising money was not enough. I'll just be blank with you, because um, I had support from SBI again, because the project was going successfully, and all the dreams, all the hard work. And when it comes to hard work, you might think that, oh, being a business person is like the ones we see on YouTube and Instagram. No, you have to mop the floors, you have to do the painting. Sometimes you might be the electrician. It's like all in one version of who you can be, so that you can reach and you can put out something that you always believed in to the world. And eventually I explored these schemes again and was introduced to a scheme called CGT MSc SME, which is again a collateral free loan of 200 lakhs to 500 lakhs that the government gives to entrepreneurs who have innovative ideas, who have a product, who have an idea that can, that you can place it in the market. And there's, a lot of regional level institutions like District Industry Center and, Startup Mission, Startup India, who provide support to, for you to get these schemes. And eventually I got that scheme, and I did not have to give any collateral. I did not have any risk that I had to take, but it made my dream possible. And from 2023, it took 1 year for me to establish my factory. And during that phase, I made sure that the branding was entirely complete. And at that point, we started, making the prototypes. We started selling the prototypes. And during all these stages is when I got the award from IGNOU, and I got a lot of support from my mentors. And of course, I definitely have to pinpoint the support that I'm getting from IGNOU RC. And when I got the award, I was not able to head to Delhi to receive the award from NCITE. And the best part was how IGNOU RC support, Trivandrum RC supporters, like they bought Shashi Tharoor to give the award, which was like an amazing, like again, another milestone in my life. And these small steps and support that I get from the society and my mentors as an entrepreneur actually kept me to go forward and, reach my dream. And eventually Glue came into being, and we started putting out the products in the market. And from the first, time of me wanting to have a business, the entire dream was to put my brand right next to Lay's and Pringles. And right now in the shops, it is right next to Pringles. And I'm like so happy that, I came to that point. And even from the first inception of this idea, I had a long-term goal. I had a long-term vision and a destination. Okay, if I start here, this is where I want to end. And I realized, when you're getting into entrepreneurship, you meet with a lot of business people, a lot of people in the same industry, in different industry, competitors, and a lot of people have failed too. And I think for me, it's a subjective realization that maybe not having a destination of where you want to head. People want to start a business, you want to earn money, but then what? Where do you want the product to end? Where do you want the product to reach? Is it to create a business and you exit with the money after creating a successful business? Do you have a backup plan? Do you have a plan A, B, C, or the remaining letters in the alphabet? And I think that was the point where I had a destination from the beginning, where I wanted this brand to reach, where I wanted this business to reach, and at the same time a commitment to the society where I have to have something sustainable with zero waste. Again, when it comes to zero waste in our production line, we use bananas, and the only waste that we get is the banana peel. Right now, we are creating innovative value additions where we can turn the banana peel into a value added product that we can also sell. Again, giving more and more space for innovation, and it just keeps growing and growing and growing. And me having the destination is kind of the reason why I was able to advance more and more and more and more. And I think, like, if there are like students here and entrepreneurs here, I think you might agree with me that having a destination in life is important. And I look at life as a train journey. When you take a train, you don't just get in on a train, you don't just go to an auto stand and just say, take me anywhere, take me, you don't say that. You always tell them, take me to this place.
Where
Similarly,
to go?
it is very important to have a destination, like, this is where I want to go, this is where I will reach. And in case life gets tough in this journey, I think it is very important to realize not to change the destination, not to change the goal, but to change the path. For me, I had zero capital, but I had a destination where I wanted to reach. And so I did not change my destination. Okay, since I don't have capital, let me not do business, let me just do a career, let me just be this, be that. I did not do that. I just changed the path. I just found another path, and instead of taking a train, I took a bus. And if not a bus, I'll take an auto. If not an auto, I'll walk. I think that is the mindset that everybody should have in life, because if you have a destination, if you have an end goal, it is important that you always look at that goal. And reaching that is hard. Make sure you change the path towards that goal, not the goal itself. And eventually, last Onam, I'm pretty sure you guys know what Onam is. It is a very important festival in Kerala. We were able to launch commercially. Until then, we were selling the prototypes. And after the commercial launch, we are happily receiving a lot of consumers, customers, and getting a lot and lot of feedback. And right now, we are getting onboarded with national big box chains like Tata, Reliance, and quick commerces like Zepto, Blinkit, and Instamart. And it's going really well because, again, the destination was to make it sit next to the bigger brands. And even PepsiCo once started. It took 5 years for them to reach the Indian market, and it was once a small business, which in time, like 40, 50 years, became a huge brand. Eventually, I have a selfish interest. Maybe in the next 40, 50 years, I can also make my company stand right next to the big industry giants like PepsiCo and ITC, and hopefully that might happen. And so I just want to wish, good luck to all the entrepreneurs and budding entrepreneurs, people who have the idea with them, because this idea is what will make the difference. Because people who have the idea, people who can dream, are the ones who can actually make difference and do the different things in life. And when all of this happened, you can always tell yourself, okay, I'll start it one day. But make sure that while you're thinking, dreaming, and visualizing, that all your one days will turn into day one after the session, maybe with the help of people, with the help of your peers. And to give a little brief about my company, which is RGO manufacturing the brand Glue, I'll just share my screen for like 5 minutes, if that's okay. So this is the brand. It is called Glue. It is the future of banana chips. Right now, we do have the registrations like MSME, Startup India, Kerala Startup Mission, PPIIT, Import Export, HACCP, ISO, FSSAI, and the list goes on and on and on. So just make sure that you remember this name. And if you find it in your supermarkets, make sure you grab this and do let me know if you enjoy it or not. And when talking about innovation and idea, why I came to choosing banana might be a big question to all of you. So this is the problem that I found in India, and I thought, okay, this is worth addressing and worth sticking on to. India produces, it was Ecuador at first, but right now India makes, manufactures, produces the top bananas in the whole world. So 14.2 million is produced annually in India, and only 1%, less than 1%, is being exported into the world market. And rest of it is, there and we eating it. It's used as a table fruit, and again, it is very perishable. So within the second to third day, it becomes a fruit and it dies off, and a lot is lost in the transportation and the waste after harvest and the dominance of unorganized sector. Because like I said, there will be banana chips made in Kadai every corner, in every signal, in every city. There's always a shop making these. So other than that, there is no such brand out there who's making banana chips. There's Lay's. Why do people keep sticking on to potato chips and extruded snacks like Doritos and Kurkure when you can have the local producers like local vegetables and create the same thing with a little bit of flavor and magic? So I understood, okay, this is a big sector that is not tapped into, and India's banana potential was largely untapped. And so eventually, I decided to tap into the untapped potential, turning banana. If you can see the screen, it is not just regular banana chips. We do have the ripple cut banana chips, and that is actually what makes us the different, creates the difference. And we introduce Glue to the market. And just those couple of things. And I just wanted to introduce you the flavors before ending the talk, which was, we have 10 flavors right now. And few of the innovations that I can list is, it is zero trans fat. It is ethically sourced. We are connecting farmers to our manufacturing unit where we are ethically sourcing the bananas made in the farms, and that is again us supporting the farms and taking those humble bananas to make a global icon. And then we have no artificial flavors, no MSG. It is naturally gluten free except two flavors, because we have milk solids in it, and it is 100% vegan because it is banana and it has no GMO. Bananas are naturally gluten free, so that is again an added benefit when we talk about banana in comparison with potato chips. And this is a few of the flavors. I'll just keep running it off. We have Korean spicy BBQ and banana chips, and we have Thai chili lime. We have the Chinese chili tomato. We have the cheesy cheddar, the Chinese hot and spicy, cream and onion, Thai sweet chili, again, one of the top flavors, Himalayan salted pepper, and classic salted. 10 flavors that we have introduced right now in the market in 3 different packaging forms. The cans like Pringles and the pouches, which are available in like 30 rupees. It is also available on Amazon and our website. And make sure that you always keep Glue close to
Even
your heart.
Doritos are.
Yes.
Sure.
And be a part of India's next big snacking revolution, and make sure that you support businesses like me and all the businesses that are born from just an idea, that is growing with support from peers and mentors. And it is always important to know that keep your destination alive and make sure all your one days will be day one too. So thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to present my business idea and present how I became an entrepreneur at 21. Now I'm 25. It took 5 years, but eventually was able to do something creative and make my dreams come true. And at the same time, I would love to extend my thank you to IGNOU RC Trivandrum, because me as an entrepreneur and as a student, I did get a lot of opportunity like the startup festival where I got the best startup award for the business, and connecting with peers, mentors, giving opportunities where I can meet big personalities and getting awards from them. Thank you, Rajesh sir. And I really hope that more entrepreneurs can look up to these mentors and your guides and professors and institutions, and um, eventually put your ideas into businesses. Thank you so much for giving this opportunity and time. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, Ani Robo Joshi, for sharing your inspiring journey in the food industry. Your passion and perseverance truly left a mark on us. All the best, and I hope I am from Andhra Pradesh. and we do have fertile lands over Godavari banks, river bank. So probably in future, I would like to join with you in this banana chip making.
Absolutely,
Thank
would
you.
love that.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And it's really inspiring. And one of the participants also more interested to have a collaboration. And thank you, Annie Joshi, for your story and for taking the time to share your entrepreneurial journey with us. And your level of confidence is really awesome, and the way you are explaining, it's really challenging, and how difficult it is to start and also to continue in a successful way. So your story of challenges and achievements has truly inspired everyone, present and encouraged us also. So all the best for you, future and also, and thank you for sharing your experience now in this.
Thank you so much.
Now, are there any other participants to share anything? What Annie Rumi Joshi was talking about. One participant is already.
Okay, sir.
And
Dr. Sharachandra, sir, please wait. I would like to invite
yes.
Govind Chandra Das. He is one of the innovator, student innovator. He wants to speak about the QR code. So that is very, very essential, and it is very useful for our routine life. That is the reason. So I would like to invite Govind Chandra Das. So please give your brief introduction about your QR code, and after that you try to continue the same. Thank you. Govind Chandra. Charachandra sir, he is not available. Govind.
Is Govind
Yes.
Das from RCV, Visakhapatnam. He's a successful innovator. So I invite you to share your experiences and also talk about your innovations. Over to you, sir.
Okay, carry on. Govind Chandra Das, please unmute your mic, and after that you try to speak. Is there any problem?
Yes, sir. Actually, I have some problem in my mic, so give me 1 minute. I will solve it.
Okay, okay.
Hello.
Yes, you are audible.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It is audible, sir. You can go
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone, and namaste, my respected dignitaries and esteemed participants and fellow delegates. I have given this opportunity for sharing my ideas during my teaching learning process, as I am a teacher working under ST and SC Development Department, Government of Odisha. So there is a accommodation of students, teacher, and non-teaching staffs in my school, in my department school. So my project, my idea is focus on how to facilitate communication through QRs. You all are aware of the QR code to the students and teachers who are there and receiving education. In many cases, government officials and parents, guardians of the student have visited to meet their students frequently. If any teachers or students is absent on the day, he or she cannot be met. They talk to other teachers or students by taking numbers, mobile numbers mainly. If some reason we don't get this number from us and other staffs, then he came back to their home. Around 400 to 500 boarders reside in our hostel. In case of any students ill healthy or any other work required to contact his parents immediately, the student school authority will search her mobile number or to get number from other school office searching for records. Or there is a waste of time. Sometimes the mobile number or the contact detail of the student has been given to the government level without wasting important things like time in busy life. So on that occasion, I want to share my screen. Actually, I think my innovation, my idea, during my teaching learning process as a teacher, we face many problems during our teaching learning process. Teachers should think differently or challenging assumptions and design new things or new solutions while in teaching learning process. And in education, mainly in education, solving a real problem in a new or simple way to promote equitable learning. Then actually innovation, I have already, in my idea, I have developed two things: a quick response in schools, use of QR code in communication and data management in schools. Another one is plastic waste management system. It's most important idea, trash to treasure. Before going in detail, I want to share some clips, and already I have developed in this code. Actually, I have seen that many students come to enroll in our schools when the academic year start, or teachers, students keep their data in admission register. Later, the information has been given to the government at various times and also enter online. Unfortunately, if the register is stolen or burned, at that time we face many problems. So, on view this problem, I make all the information in a code and pasted it in different places in our school, hostels, office, and every places where students and parents or teachers, officials get accessible. So easily can access and the data, student data, teacher data, or just normal data, which is accessible to the to all. But the important data which only for the schools or the first officials or the for the government, we save it in our office, and whenever it is required, then we can proceed. Then already this project, this quick access response have uh, recognized by our district or recognized by national level organizations also. And use of QR codes in schools or one guardian scan it and access every details about his students, about that the students of a particular parents. And then second one is trash to taser. It's a most actually plastic waste has emerged as one of the most pressing environmental issues of the modern era, with global plastic production rising on precedently level. Improvement in proper disposal has led to severe consequences, including land or water pollution, harm to wildlife, increased greenhouse effect. On that, I and my son which is in class 6, and creatively think about this innovation, about this idea, and make this project for plastic waste management system. Without wasting anything of the plastic, we can use it creatively and develop this innovation. And actually, why I think about this, and this idea introduced a novel solution that utilize heating panel. There are also heating panel, and the structure you have in screen panel to convert heat from the burning plastic into electricity fast, and providing a sustainable energy sources. A custom designed carbon fitted filter. Also, a carbon filter is here. Which capture harmful smokes, convert it into unusable carbon residues, which is then processed into ink. First one is develop electricity from plastic waste, and then develop ink. And additionally, the remaining plastic ash is repurposed to create concrete material, ensuring complete utilization of a plastic waste. This eco-friendly approach not only reduces pollution but also transforms plastic waste into valuable resource. And this project, this idea demonstrates the potential for innovative technology to address global waste and pollution problems while generating renewable energy and new products. Actually, benefits and impact of this project. Actually, some clips here, you see it is a working project. Also generate electricity, and also ink, and also develop the bricks or materials. By combining energy generation, pollution control, and resource cycling, this project highlights the potential of innovative technologies in transforming waste management practices. And what is the benefit and impact of this innovative idea? Energy generation, convert thermal energy from burning plastic into usable electricity and providing renewable energy sources. And then pollution control is also the carbon filter system effectively captures harmful smokes and reduce air pollution. And then resource recycling also, and produce ink from the carbon residue. And also a cost effectiveness and eco-friendly ideas promote a circular economy by transforming harmful waste into valuable resources. Also, one important thing is that the public awareness demonstrate innovative way to handle plastic waste and inspiring sustainable practice in community. Also, what is the uniqueness of this project? And the novel solution to develop new products, electricity, carbon waste, carbon ink, carbon in the form of ink, and also a concrete materials also. And this innovative idea has the future scope also. Improved smoke filtration and scaling the system, energy efficiency, ink increased ink production if we use this project in a huge manner, and it will produce more ink. You can we can use the ink in our daily day-to-day life, and also advanced repurposing technology. And finally, I want to share this project provide innovative solution to the both plastic waste and also environmental pollution. By using heating panels, we can effectively convert the heat from the burning plastics waste into electricity, or then we can use, I just also electricity when the bulb is blowing, and produce ink, and provide sustainable way to deal with the plastic pollutions. Unlike traditional solar panel, a well-designed heating panel is used here. The heating solar panel in this system are better suited for converting heat into electricity and making them more effective in certain applications. And recently, I used it and produce electricity in some extent, but not in larger scale. And if you develop this project in a larger scale, it will also it must be a effective of the environment, and also control the pollution, and we can easily recycle the plastic or plastic waste. This is all about, sir, my the two ideas. Actually, mm, first one is the use of QR code in school, and also this project is recently I work on this project. And my son. Uh, so this is about my projects, about my innovative idea. These two ideas I came with us. If we develop in future, it will better for our society. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir. I invite the participants if they are interested to raise or ask any questions related to this. Well, it's a wonderful idea that you are having, sir. Talking about the QR code innovation, quick response. This is the more important innovation, the creative idea that you are having. And I hope this can be displayed or can be utilized in most of the schools where in Andhra Pradesh also or in Telangana, some of the schools may introduce such kind of innovative idea. And trash to treasure is also a good idea, sir. This really creative idea that you have developed as a teacher. So nobody is restricted, like creating some new ideas and using some kind of technology or without technology too. That will be helping the community. That is more important. So any other comments from the participants? You are welcome to share your views, because we are going to the concluding session. Before that, I will be giving the concluding remarks. Then Mr. Venkatesh sir will give the vote of thanks. Before that, we are having more dignitaries here, along with the participants from the regional center Hyderabad, Vijayawada, and also Visakhapatnam, and Cochin, and also Trivandrum. I invite any one of you from respective regional centers can share your views and also motivate the participants. I can see many people, many colleagues here, so you're also welcome, ma'am or sir. You can also share, because this is a very good platform that we have initiated. This workshop is completely new in innovative way that we have started. This is pre-incubation program, So we need more kind of inputs from the participants to how better we can do the coming days. This is also more important. Any participant or any person, anyone from the audience can also share your views. Or you can also share for the day 1 and day 2 sessions, how you felt. These things are more important to, it's a kind of feedback that you are giving, and also more information we will be collecting, and we will also proceed further. Go to the audience.
Rajesh, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Pushpasan, sir. Kindly go ahead.
I have may I ask you a question, sir?
Sure.
In that promo, that Annie, that lady's presentation, this is a very interesting story. But in about showing the slides, she showed a slide, maybe a promotional slide showing Coca-Cola bottle, and also the chips that she showed looked similar to the Lay's. The chips image we see on the Lay's label, Lay's chips on the purchase market, Lay's chips. Those two images, one has maybe pertains to Coca-Cola and another pertains to Lay's. Can such a picture or can such a thing be used as a promotional slide for advertisement? Will it constitute a violation?
That is for not for me to say. It is for the trademark office. Because if something closely relates to another existing trademark, then it's a violation. There's no doubt about that. But that is basically for the trademark office to decide. I, being a third party, I'm not authorized to comment on that. So,
okay, sir. I mean, so general question only.
Of course, that's what I'm telling you. See, if it is closely, if two trademark symbols or something closely resemble each other, then it's a violation. That will be struck down when you apply to the trademark office directly.
Okay.
Because without the permission of the trademark office, you cannot display anything as logo or anything.
Okay.
Violation. So if they have accepted it, then there may be substantial difference. If they have not accepted it, it's a different aspect. So I'm not a person to comment on.
That's
you understand.
The talk was interesting and illustrative, illuminative. So I just thought of this. That's all.
You're free to ask your question. Absolutely.
Otherwise, her story is a very, very promotional and interesting story.
Yeah.
It's a very good episode of how to develop a product. Motivational story. That was very good. Only thing is that I just saw this. So no doubt, that's all.
Yeah, definitely. You are within your rights to ask clarification.
Thank you, sir.
I suppose she's not there. Otherwise,
I think she has left. That's matter, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir. Okay.
No problem. Welcome.
Thank you, sir. And are there any other new ideas that you are having in your mind? So you can also share with us. So this is a good platform that you can talk about if you have any new ideas in your mind, so that the experts can also give some suggestions, advice.
Just one thing, just one intervention. Sorry for intervening.
Yes.
But the only thing is that in the chat box, the link for feedback form is there. So I request all the participants to give their response on the feedback form. Kindly click on the link for the feedback form and give your feedback. It is very important. So kindly go ahead and do that.
After this session, you can finish it, or during this session also, you can fill the form and the feedback form, and you can send it. Is there any other ideas that you want to share? Because we are giving time to you, because this is your platform that you have to come up with some new ideas. Yeah, madam. Shall we do the concluding remarks? Then we can go for the vote of thanks. Dugan sir, you want to say something? Okay.
Sorry. Sir, actually, today's session, morning session, was given by the RD. Actually, he shared valuable insights on entrepreneurship and innovation, highlighting charges.
There is a technical issue, I think.
And second session was given by the Josna Dikshit, and that section is very innovative to me. Aikigai, which is the secret of Japanese. For implementing that Aikigai in my life, but I could not make it till date. But definitely from today onwards, I will try to build up my Aikigai. And my sincere thanks to Josna madam. The third session we had with the entrepreneurs. Mr. Rumba Joshi and others. Definitely, their experiences and their journey as an entrepreneur and ideas, innovative ideas, really ignite us in producing new ideas. And, thanks. Mostly, I want to thank Chandra sir and Krishna. Thanks for facilitating this golden opportunity for us.
Regarding the link again, sir, Dr. Rajesh, Rajesh sir, you can please check the link because there is a message. For the link is showing about November 4th session. Is there any feedback from?
Okay. I'll just ask the technical team to just
and send the link, sir, so that we can.
Yeah, sure. That I will.
So, shall we go for the closing remarks, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Thank you for the. Before going for the vote of thanks, I would like to say a few words. It's like closing remarks. As we draw this enlightening session to a close, it's indeed to reflect on the depth of the insights that we have gained today. So we are deeply grateful, Dr. M. Rajesh, for lucidly explaining the various dimensions of India, the IBR discussion, and it was really a fruitful discussion went on in the morning session. So your perspectives have truly laid a strong foundation, sir, for this session, reminding us the power of innovation, creativity, and collaboration. This is a very important aspect for the distance education and also entrepreneurship. So my sincere thanks to our esteemed alumni people, two important personalities, entrepreneur one and entrepreneur innovator. So Mrs. Annie Joshi and Govinda Chandra for gracing this occasion with their inspiring story, successful story, and the story had some kind of practical guidance and also entrepreneurial spirit that they have. It ignited new ideas during their experience, their sharing. So we deeply appreciate your continued connection with our institution as an alumni and also the learner point of view that we think about, and our institution and your commitment to nurturing young innovators. So let us carry forward the key message of today's program. to think creatively, act wisely, and also protect diligently. So may this session inspire all of us to contribute meaningfully to the innovation ecosystem and also uphold the values of originality and integrity in all our endeavors. So, on behalf of the organizers of this workshop, I extend my heartfelt thanks to all the speakers, participants, and the entire team who was behind and who is also helping out from the beginning. So, who made this event a success? Let us take forward today's learnings with a renewed sense of purpose to innovate responsibly. So, let us use our ideas wisely, protect them legally, and also nurture them passionately. Thank you all for your participation. And now I invite Y. Venkateshwarlu Garu, Assistant Regional Director, Regional Center, Hyderabad, to propose the vote of thanks for this program. Over to Venkateshwarlu Garu.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much for offering this vote of thanks for me. So the NCID pre-incubation program on inspiration and motivation for idea generation, which is organized by RC Trivandrum. RC Trivandrum is one of the leading RC in our southern regions. So it is one of the combined RC programs. So Trivandrum, Kochi, and Vatakara, and Visakhapatnam, and Vijayawada, and Hyderabad, both RCs, representatives, and speakers, and organizers, and participants. So participated. So on behalf of these 5, 6 RCs and my own behalf, I would like to propose a vote of thanks uh, for this program. So first of all, I would like to uh, propose vote of thanks to Dr. Priya Pradeep, Deputy Director, RC Trivandrum. She is the motivator, and she wanted to continue this program, and she is taking very care and organizing this program 2 days. So the fourth and sixth this 2 days program. It is very wonderful program. Thank you, madam, for your initiations. And also, I'm very much thankful to first session speaker, Dr. Narayan Pandala, CR, Assistant Professor, Department of Management, MCAS, Taja Pottam. Is one of the best speaker for this program. So this is the first session. I am very much thankful to Narayan Pandala, and also I am very much thankful to Ajit Prabhu for second session. So his topic is problem solving and ideation. So I am very much thankful to Ajit Prabhu. And after that, AI and Industry 4.0. So Dr. Sahib, I am very much thankful to you, sir, for sharing your PPT and your presentation. And after that, concluding remarks provided by Dr. Pramila, Deputy Director, RC Vatakara, and first day vote of thanks proposed by Prasita Unikrishnan, Deputy Director, RC Kochi. I'm very much thankful to first day speakers as well as participant and other regional center staff and IGNOU organizers. And after that, today we have conducted second day program. So Dr. Sharad Chandra Deputy Director RC Vijayawada is taking initiations for conducting this program. He is the coordinator of today program. So after that, the first session will take by Dr. M. Rajesh sir, Senior Regional Director RC Trivandrum. So sir was explained well, and it is a very good presentation. So his topic is very useful for our routine life. So after that, a second session, Dr. Josna Dikshit, Director NCIDE, so school, IGNOU school. So I am very much thankful to Madam. After that, student entrepreneur and student innovator. So, Hani Joshi is the student entrepreneur, and after that, Govind Chandra Das is the student innovator. Both are presenting well, and their presentations and their motivational speech for participants. So, I am very much thankful to the a student entrepreneur, and after that, student innovator Govind Chandra Das. So QR code is very useful for our routine life every day, every session. When we wanted to do some transactions, some other interactions, then only the QR code is very useful. That is the reason this is also one of the best presentation. After that, the concluding remarks by Dr. E. Krishna Rao, Additional Director, RC Vishakhapatnam. I am very much thankful to you, sir. And also, I am very much thankful to each and every participant for participating this program. And you have done a very good job, and you completed all the program, and this is one of the successful idea generation program. So I am very much thankful to each and every participant and organizers, and also thankful to the uh, other regional center staff. Thank you, one and all. Thank you very much.
Thank you,